Yeah.
Some doctor or something who was into like the way bodies work. They got their head cut off.
Who did? The doctor?
Yeah, he was doing a bit of an experiment.
And he cut his own head off?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was about, he said, when my head's in the basket, I'm going to blink my eyes.
Right. Okay, sorry, hang on, let him finish.
And,
so the doctor has chopped his own head off, and he's told everyone, I'm going to blink my eyes.
He's in the basket, and he goes like, right, I'm going to blink my eyes about, as many times as I can. So quick, count them. And they count, and he got to like 15 before he
Right.
died.
Now, this is how Karl told me that. Till Nick Frost explained that, Karl told me, he said, right, well, a bloke, right, he had his head cut off, and when his head was in the basket, he went, count how many times I can blink. And I went, well, that's rubbish. He went, no. And Nick went, well, no, he actually said, when my head's in the basket. He went, and Karl went, all right. I said, Karl, do you know the subtle difference? Do you see the subtle difference?
I have to say, though, guys, I still don't really understand what went on there. You've both lost me.
The story is that a bloke who'd been found doing...
you mean that Karl just explained it and that was a clear version? Because I still don't know what you're talking about, Karl.
Well, this bloke had his head cut off at experiments against God. He was a doctor in the, in olden times.
Yeah.
And when they cut his head off...
Why did they cut his head off?
Because it was...
he was
crimes against... Exactly, he was executed, yeah. And he said to his assistant, when my head's in the basket, I'm going to blink, count how many times I blink and write it down as an experiment, right? Karl told it to me, like his head was cut off and he went in the basket, and when his head was in the basket, he looked up and said, count how many times I blink. Yeah. I love that. I love the difference in that story.
Yeah.
Both rubbish, but, one's possible and one isn't.
You believe anything that you're told except when we tell you the truth.
Right, here's one.
Christ.
Ghosts and that we got talking about.
Sure.
And Nick said, right, he said, you'll like this one. He said, my auntie was having loads of problems.
Why are you whispering? It's not illegal to talk about ghosts on the radio.
No, but
he's hearing this.
So the auntie's in the house and furniture's moving about all the time.
Oh, God.
And they were like, no,
Steve, he told me this one. This is such rubbish, mate.
No, come on, let's listen.
I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. I'm just going to watch your face, Steve.
Right.
Sorry, so I missed the beginning there, Karl. There's an auntie in the house.
Basically, Nick's auntie.
Right.
Yeah. In the house, things moving around all the time. And it was just annoying every time she tidied up. It was like...
it was just annoying.
Making a mess.
It was one part annoying to two parts scary.
Yeah.
So stuff was moving around all the time, and he said, right,
we need an housekeeper.
Yeah. Rather than having the house a mess, until we sort this out.
Stop it! I've got the vicar coming round. Stop moving stuff around.
Oh, yeah, go on.
They said
that shouldn't be in the pants drawer.
Let's put all the furniture in one room, right? So just have one room that's a mess, and have all the others empty.
Because I love the poltergeist can't really... It can move wardrobes around, but it can't open a door to put it in another room.
Yeah.
Poltergeist going, I'm just making this room messy. I wish someone would open the door so I could... Go on.
Yeah, but... So all this stuff's in this room.
So they moved all their furniture into one room?
They put like the drawers in there and everything. And it was really uncomfortable because they were all like on top of each other.
They sat in the room with all the stuff?
Yeah, they had to, because that's where the 3-piece suite was.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Right?
All right.
Oh, God.
So they sat there, like, all crumpled up and that, but nothing can move because it's so tight. I think things were trying to move, but everything was so tight.
They foxed that poltergeist.
So anyway, one night they sat there, like, sort of a bit awkward watching the telly and that, and they hear some banging in the next room. So she goes, oh God, what's that? Oh,
he hadn't moved in, had he, the ghost?
So
to some of the empty rooms.
So there's this
he's moved some friends and family in.
There's this banging about going on. She gets up, right?
Yeah.
And what it is, they had the baby in the next room because there wasn't much room for the cot.
Right, so they left the baby with the ghost.
So they go into the room where the baby is, and the banging.
Yeah.
Is like, do you know those plastic balls you get that you can chuck around the room and like they go mental?
Right.
The ones that you chuck once and you keep bouncing for ages. Yeah. That was bouncing around the room.
Wow, what, the baby had thrown it?
Hitting all the walls, and the baby was there, stood in the cot, sort of laughing.
Right.
And looking at the ball, and wherever it looked, the ball went.
Yeah.
And then she said, stop doing that.
Yeah.
And the ball just stopped.
Did it?
And it rolled a bit and stopped.
Right. So the baby had thrown the ball and it was watching it as it bounced around the room?
It wasn't throwing it, it was in control of it.
No, the point is, Steve, the baby has been doing it. It would have been the baby all along.
The baby had been messing with the furniture. It was
So
a
it's
baby
a
that had the
super
power. Yeah, it's a baby that had the power.
Special baby.
It's a baby that had the power. It's
What
a baby that had the power.
What-
the
what's
power
the power?
of telekinesis.
Right.
They were then trying to convince me that telekinesis was not like all the other stuff that I didn't believe in, but that was a science.
Right.
Telekinesis was possible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like ghosts and demons and all that stuff. Telekinesis is different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
science.
But Nick's auntie saw it, and
I love the fact that you're telling me that someone else's auntie saw it, so I should be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
I should be satisfied with that. I mean,
no,
So does she still live in one room with all her possessions?
I think
the baby grew out of it. Apparently,
it grew
the
up.
baby grew out of it.
So it doesn't use its telekinesis powers anymore?
Well, no, it's
No.
like in Carrie, innit? She was upset for a bit, and then she got over it.
Okay, I'm just going to say one thing, Karl. That was a film. Do you want to play a record or? Can I just tell you a story that Karl told me a couple of weeks ago?
Is this another ghost story? Another
Yeah,
spooky
it is,
story?
yeah. I called him out. I was, what are you doing? He said, I've just been reading ghost stories again. He said, you don't believe in them, but how do you explain this? Right, I went, go on. He said, I'll tell you as he told me it. He went, bloke, right, just sitting at home, doing, watching telly with his cat. And, the phone rings and it's a bloke going, is that fire, in your oven okay now? 'Cause your wife called. And Karl went, well, 1, there was no fire in the oven. 2, he wasn't married. I went, right. Go on. He went, well, then, right, there was a knock at the door and there was 2 sort of people in sort of white coats and they came and said, we've come about that fire. Your wife called us. He went, 1, there isn't a fire in my oven, and 2, I'm not even married. Right? And he said, and they saw the cat, and they looked at the cat. It looks a bit weird at the cat came out, nothing. He said, and then he went back, sat down, phone rings, and they said, did they sort out the fire in the oven that your wife told us about?
Oh.
He went, 1, there is no fire in my oven. 2, I haven't got a wife. And Karl went, what do you think of that? I went, that's not it. He went, yeah. I went,
That's the end of the
I
story.
went, what? He went, well, how'd you explain that? I went, explain what? I thought he was going to say, a year later we got married, but she died in an oven fire. Right? I thought it was going to be that. And I went,
That's
what?
people winding him up.
Yeah, or someone did report a fire oven, and their name was Johnson, and they looked up Johnson, they got the wrong thing, it was the gas board, and they sent around to the wrong person, right? You know, he went, yeah. I said, I explained it to him, he went, yeah. Why did they look at the cat funny?
Oh, man alive, Karl. This is really weird, right? I was in my house once, right, and the doorbell rang.
Yeah.
Right, I opened the door, there was no one there.
Yeah.
Right? And then I looked across the street,
There's some
right, and
kids
there were some
running-
kids running away.
Yeah.
Now, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
There was another time, right, where, like, I opened the door and there was a bloke goes, you've ordered pizza. I went, I haven't ordered pizza. And I heard my mate upstairs giggling and putting the phone down.
Yeah. How do you explain that? Karl, seriously, why did you tell me that story? What did you think that was weird about that?
The fact that it was 3 different people.
Is this all the information? Is that the entire story?
It was 3 different people.
Did you fall
hassling
asleep
him
and not read
about
the end?
A fire that didn't happen, about a wife that didn't exist, and a cat that didn't look happy.
Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack, Karl. What? I mean, why did they look at the cat funny?
Because cats don't like spirits, do they?
What? And the other blokes were ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So these are kind of Beadle About type ghosts. These are ghosts who walk the earth as the undead, just winding people up slightly.
That's lovely. That is lovely.
seriously,
And a cat
Karl-
that did not look happy.
But seriously, why would ghosts wander around just like winding people up?
Oh,
Maybe something did happen there years ago. Some fire. Some woman might have died in a house of a fire or something.
Yeah.
And it's sort of all happened again. But
Yeah, it's certainly a mystery.
I mean, if you don't
it's a
believe-
mystery. I mean, I can't.
What's this book you were reading? You were reading a book, which is interesting enough.
It was the for tea and Times.
Oh, Karl.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
Karl, let me ask you now. Karl, you will be a little bit unnerved about this. Have you seen the film Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
You know what happened there? Well, according to the Sun here, it says scientists are planning to clone mammoths for a theme park. Look at his face. Look at that. He looks like a dog caught in the headlights of a car. He's terrified.
I love Karl.
He sprung to attention there.
Is that the best news you could have?
Man moths.
Right.
Yeah, man moths.
I
Man
love
moths.
the fact that that's why he was so excited that they bred a man moth. What is this? Yeah, it's a human being that hides in your wardrobe and eats an entire jacket in a day.
Yeah.
What do you mean, man moths? Mammoths. Mammoth, the big hairy
Have you heard
cow
of a
from the
mammoth?
Ice Age. I mean,
Right.
elephant.
You're not so excited about that, then? You can take or leave bringing back mammoths to life, but a man moth.
A man moth is a different matter. Oh, if we'd have never brought that up, he'd have gone and told someone now.
Yeah.
You know, they've bred an half man, half moth.
This
and
is
that's
what
how,
we
This is how
mean.
things start.
This is what we mean when you hear
don't-
these ghost
Are you
stories.
slightly deaf? Is that it? When you hear these stories, is it?
Carl, is English your first language? Are you actually foreign? Is that the
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Should we
When
speak
we say
slower?
foreign, we mean not of this planet.
Yeah. Should we speak slower? Would that be a help to you?
No, go on. Next
What do you
one.
make of that?
Do you think that's good?
Seriously,
Do you
the
think that's
idea
good
of
to bring
bringing
back mammoths?
prehistoric animals.
These giant elephants.
They're slow, aren't they? It's not as if they're going to like get out and run fast and they can't capture them.
They'd probably be a
Like
fence, to be
elephants,
honest,
aren't
Carl.
they?
They'd probably be a fence.
No, but I'm saying, but you're asking it as if like, oh, it could all go wrong, but it couldn't, could it?
Well,
Really?
but the point was about Jurassic Park is they thought it wouldn't go wrong. They thought they had it all under
Yeah, but
control.
that was
And if you-
You learned
dinosaurs.
nothing from Jurassic Park, Carl.
Dinosaurs would say, "Oh, think about it before you do it." But with a hairy elephant, it's not going to.
not a concern for you. Would you go along to see him? Would you be interested in that?
If it was in the area,
He's great, isn't he? I'd love a queue,
Nothing
right?
impresses
No,
him.
but what I'd like to do is Carl sitting like Yoda in a little cave, and I'd just like to see people like Tony Blair and Stephen Hawking's in a queue, and they go and say, "Carl, got a bit of a problem."
Yeah,
And
thinking of cloning a man and a moth.
yeah,
Problem? Not an issue. No, if I'm in the area, I might cruise around and have a look at it. Otherwise, just don't send it near my clothes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it's just for a second.
What's
as the words "man moth" came into your head, how excited were you? I mean, were you both terrified and excited? For the moment when you thought that they'd cloned a man and a moth?
I pictured
What kind of face did he have? Did he have the moth's head or was it a man's head?
just a little man head.
Right, what was his face? What did it look like?
He just was like a bit shocked.
Perplexed, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like he'd been grafted onto the body of a moth without his consent.
And when he was asleep,
lad.
Yeah, he'd woken up.
he just went in to have a goiter removed,
Yeah.
and they said, "We've
He
replaced
woke
your
up with
goiter with the body of a giant moth."
Yeah.
Is that all right, Mr. Jenkins?
So he had the head of a little. Was it a little boy or a man?
Little man,
Right. Okay.
and he's just bumping into a lamp.
Just running into the.
if you went into hospital and they'd done something, what's the worst thing they do, right? What would you rather have done, right? You wake up and you've got lobster claws for hands.
Right.
You wake up and you've got duck's feet. Or you wake up and you've got one horn coming out of your head.
The worst thing,
Yeah.
probably the horn coming out of my head.
Why?
Get in the way.
That'd be useful, wouldn't it, in fights and stuff? And for like parties, people would play
Well, I suppose
quoits.
the lobster claws would also be quite handy there. Well, listen, I'm a big fan of that TV show. It's on digital TV. A lot of people won't have it, but Inside the Actors Studio with James
Yeah.
Lipton.
Yeah.
And he interviews lots of big Hollywood stars, and he always asks them these same questions at the end. Can I just run a few of them past you?
Go on.
Okay. So, if you could do any other profession other than the one you do now, what profession would you do?
Can you just change that to apart from a paper round?
Apart from a paper round.
Oh,
If you do any other
okay.
profession, Carl.
And it doesn't matter about like.
It doesn't matter if you've got the skills or anything. In an ideal world, if you had the ability.
Well, I think I'm about to buy somewhere, so I reckon something, using tools and like doing a bit of plumbing and that.
So a plumber.
Well, sort of an all-rounder.
Right. A handyman.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you don't get paid that much, but it's useful, isn't it? So,
But you could get your own show, couldn't you, with Carol Smiley eventually?
well, all that, but the money that you don't make, you save by not having to pay someone else to do the chores. Do you know what I mean?
okay, I don't know what that sentence meant.
Right.
No.
A plumber, how much is the average plumber on?
The money you don't make, you save on not getting someone else to do it. No, just think of that. No, look, break that sentence down. Are there any...
Sorry, Rick. Sorry, but people who live in glass houses.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just go back to Lipton quickly. We've got a couple to get through here.
Sorry.
So, your favourite noise or sound? Favourite sound or noise?
Oh,
Is it me?
no.
It's not me.
Hang on a minute.
It's not me. Are you sure it's not me, Carl?
I like Elvis.
Noise.
Elvis. In the ghetto.
The sound of Elvis.
Elvis in the ghetto. Brilliant.
Okay. Yeah. And your least favourite noise or sound? I don't think it should really be records and music. Noises, things that you hear at home or whatever.
Maybe like a sound of a...
The least favourite noise?
Least favourite?
The sound of...
Probably like...
sound of ghosts?
Fire engines and that.
Right.
That's annoying.
Except if your house was on fire, presumably.
I think it's a bit unnecessary.
You think they're just doing it to wind people up?
I live on like a busy street and it's happening all the time, and it is like... Just sort of have a blast of it and people will hear it. You don't have to keep it going.
Yeah, sure.
So that is, pretty annoying.
And if heaven exists, Carl, when you get to the pearly gates, what would you like God to say to you as he welcomes you into heaven? What would you like God to say to you?
Who asks these? What show's this?
It's a programme where celebrities are interviewed by a guy, an American interviewer, and he always asks these questions at the very end.
What would I say to God?
What would you say to God? If you believed in heaven, and if heaven exists, when you eventually go up to heaven and you're welcomed in through the gates by
your
God,
parker and your stussy t-shirt and
what do you want God to say to you as he welcomes you in?
Say, you all right? Don't know. Just be friendly.
Is this something that happened to a friend of yours, or is this?
No, I read about it.
You read about it, okay.
There's this little lad, right?
Okay.
First of all, it's years ago, right? When they didn't have decent doctors in like every town and that.
Yeah.
And
this little kid is dead ill, right?
Yeah.
And the local doctor.
Well, there's a phone call involved, so I don't really get the impression that it's like medieval
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't say that. I just said it's years ago. So this kid's ill, right?
Yeah.
And he's lying in the bed, and he's all going funny colour and that.
Yeah.
And his mum says, I'm going to get the local doctor around. The local doctor comes round, and she says, so I don't know what's up with him. He said, leave it with me.
Leave it with me. The doctor said that.
I'll have he said I'll phone up a top doctor, who was in America or something like that. And so he goes to the phone in his office and he calls America, and because it's years ago, the phone line isn't that good, it's all crackly and that, right?
Yeah.
So he's talking to the doctor and he's saying, I've got this kid, he's a funny colour, and he's really weak and that. I don't know what's
he's not giving him much to go on.
Right?
Sure.
So the American doctor, right?
Yeah.
He goes, what you want to do? And it's all breaking up, right?
Yeah.
He goes, what you got to do? You got to, it's all breaking up. You've got to give him some parrot's blood, right?
Some parrot's blood?
Well, that's what he thought he said, but the line was really bad.
Yeah.
He meant parent's blood, but he heard that he said parrot's blood. He said, right, I'll do that. Leave it with me.
I can see where this is going.
He goes to a pet shop.
Yeah.
He says, give us like half a dozen parrots.
Sure.
Takes them round to the kid's house. Takes the blood from the parrots, puts it into the kid. Kid's fine.
The kid's fine.
It worked.
Such a load of shite in my life. I've never heard such twaddle, such just made up, enhanced, exaggerated bollocks in my life.
A load of old rubbish, Karl.
I mean, when he told me this, the doctor said, what do I do? And the doctor on the other end said, give him some blood. And the doctor went, where do I get blood from?
So hang on, wait, I just need to
where do I get blood from? Give him some parents' blood. Give him some parents' blood. Give him some parents' blood. Yeah.
But hang on, I just need to know where you read this.
Karl.
Where was this? Where did
I
you read
stitched
this?
you up. You know what he said? He said, so do you believe it? I went, tell it to Steve. He went, do you believe it? I went, tell it to Steve. Karl.
Where did you read it?
That was on the internet.
Where is it on the internet?
I'm always looking at stuff. I was looking at stuff this morning because of Yoragella last night. eating all that funny food and that, and also they all got a bit scared last night, didn't they, with a snake?
I didn't see that. So is this I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Yeah, he got all worried about a snake getting on the sort of wandering about in between the sleeping bags and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were all scared, and it's so
Leave
easy.
it with me. Sorry, the doctor says, leave it with me. Leave it with me.
Well, they were all scared because there's a snake, and it's so easy to find stuff out. Before they, where are they? Where is this jungle?
Australia, I
Right.
think.
Before they went, give it half an hour on the internet. I found out with snakes, you don't need to worry, right? They're deaf, they haven't got any ears.
Right.
So as long as you're really quiet,
Creep around,
it'll
yeah.
probably leave you alone.
Yep.
And also, they don't have eyelids. So they were suggesting if one's coming towards you, just like kick sand in its eyes. Because it can't blink, and it leaves it a bit like annoyed, and it wanders off. But they didn't do any research before they went.
Yeah.
And that's
I think your knowledge would hold you in good stead. I don't think you need to know any more than you know. Carl's getting very excited, as we all are, about his new. Should we let him do a little taster for us?
Well, I'm very excited about it. I mean,
so the gist of it, what is it? What is it exactly? Is
Right.
it a game show or is it a competition?
It's just I just thought it's something that you can play, and also people at home can take part in it.
now, would they phone in about this, or they can just play at home while they're listening?
They can just play at home.
Okay.
You mean we haven't got any prizes?
No, there isn't.
No, I think we could get him to phone in, maybe.
Well, I don't know. Let's hear the game idea
Yeah.
first.
Right, it's music related,
Okay.
Good.
and what I do is I sort of tell a little story,
Okay.
and that story makes up a song title.
All right. Well, it sounds ambitious.
So
Is it a cryptic clue?
could be. Say like this, right?
Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me.
Say like this. This woman, right? She's pregnant. You know the answer to this one, so don't be saying anything. This
Okay.
is just aimed at Steve.
Okay.
Right. This woman has a baby.
Yeah.
She's pregnant, has a baby, and the doctor's there in the hospital, going, "Oh yeah, you've got a lovely little baby
Oh,
here.
you told me that this is. Oh, this game
Got a lovely
show.
little baby. It's just coming out now. You'll be able to see it in a minute, and it's like covered in gunk and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's going, yeah, it's nearly here. It's coming out. I see its little head and that, and he gets hold of it, and it's full of all this gunk, right?
The baby's full of gunk.
Yeah, like the
Covered in gunk or full of gunk?
covered in it.
Right.
And he goes, here you go, get hold of your baby, and he drops it.
Right.
What song's that?
There's so much irrelevance there, Steve. I can't tell you. It's not a cryptic clue. It's not a cryptic clue because only. I mean, the gist of it is relevant.
That isn't the best one. That's just
Right. I mean, there is just there's things there that you were dwelling on and thinking of pun. Don't just go for gut instinct. What was it? What was that?
Right, I just need to try and get the basics of this. There's a woman, she's pregnant, she has a baby.
Yeah.
The baby's covered in gunk.
Yeah.
Right.
And because of the gunk, the doctor drops the baby.
Yeah.
And that's all I need to know.
Yeah. That is all you need to know. Yeah. The pregnancy is largely irrelevant.
Okay, what are the key elements?
It's the birth and the doctor dropping it that are the irrelevant. The
The
relevant
birth
thing.
and the dropping of the baby. I've absolutely no idea. I can't even begin to guess.
Think about what's happened here.
Oh, Carl,
She's had a baby. The doctor's trying to deliver it. He's saying it's a nice little baby you've got here.
This is all irrelevant. This is all irrelevant. Right, let me tell you this. So just to be fair to Steve, so he can get into your mind. Right, this is not a traditional cryptic clue, logical problem. Or this is Carl. What song am I thinking of? Right, that is Underworld, Born Slippy.
I have to say, actually, that makes textbook sense.
Yeah.
No, that does actually. No, I'm sorry.
Do you like all the story about it's all right, you can see it in a minute. Oh, it's just covered in gunk. Yeah.
No, I agree there is some extraneous detail,
Yeah,
but I have to say that
Born was good because it was. That's the look of it. Was
Yeah.
Born was good. Yeah.
and Born Slippy, no, I was quite impressed by that, Carl. I have to say, no, to be fair to you, I'm not just patronising you.
Oh, well, wow.
I actually think that was really good, and I disrespect Ricky Gervais for slagging that off, because I actually think that was quite
Well,
good.
let's go ahead with it then. On your
I feel
idea.
we could maybe open this up to email correspondence or
Okay,
or the
let's
phone
go
line.
for it then. Okay, this is Karl Pilkington's new game show idea. It's
Just what's the song?
Karl Pilkington presents What's the Song? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Karl Pilkington.
and Karl Pilkington with his brand new show, What's the Song?
What song am I thinking?
No, I mean,
You're nervous about this, aren't you, Rick?
I am.
You're worried.
Well, because I've heard some of these clues before,
I have
and
to say,
they're ramblings. Sometimes they're close to ramblings of a fool. right? And it really is like those "What am I thinking?"
Yeah. I don't know though. I actually was genuinely impressed by Born Slippy. I have to give him the benefit.
That's one of the better ones
because
that was short, sweet, and it worked.
Some of these that you say they're not going to be quite as pissy.
Some of them are like Emily Bronte novels. Now listen, we're just going to go for it then. You do it, and we just get people to call up because I want to see the general public's confusion of trying to work out.
Why don't you give us your next clue, and then we'll play a track, and then we'll hopefully have people on the line after the track to try and answer it, and you can recap briefly. So give us your clue now for what song am I thinking of?
Right, this one. It's about a woman. And she's just normal, nothing wrong with her, or so she thinks, right?
But there's the twist. Is this like the Tales of the Unexpected?
And she's got she's got her mates and she's having a normal life, having a good time and that. And then this thing happens, right? And she starts to stink. And she can't have a bath, right? And she really wants to have a bath. She's dead sweaty and stuff. She's going about her daily stuff. She can do everything else normal. She can eat, she can talk, everything. But for some reason, she can't have a bath.
Is there a coal mining husband in the bath?
Yeah. Is this Born Stinky?
She can't have a bath.
So a woman can't have a bath?
Yeah. Or a shower. She can't.
Okay, leave it there, Rick. Don't try and guess. It's not for us to guess.
The general public can phone up and ask questions. So I just go for it.
I'm not sure they can they?
I think so. Otherwise, we don't want just people just phoning up and
I'll tell you what about this? Why don't they can ask one question?
Yeah.
They can ask one question of Karl, then they have to make a guess.
Okay.
08700 800 1234.
Have we got someone on the line now?
We'll just go.
Let's do it. Let's go for one. This is edgy radio.
This is
letting Karl
stuff.
live. Go on.
Hello, XFM.
Hello, I'm ringing about what's the song?
Absolutely. What do you think?
Well, I'm going for Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana.
See, that works.
That's a great guess.
It does, yeah, but it doesn't work because why can't she have a bath?
Okay, so the answer is in there.
I was going to ask you.
Well, that's your one question.
That'd be the answer.
That would be the answer, I'm afraid. What was your name?
Shelley,
thanks very much.
Shelley, I should tell you that, that you should never take this personally because no one can really get into the mind of Karl. So don't beat yourself up about this. I don't expect anyone to get these clues.
No.
So well done. That is a fine guess. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else there?
Let's hello, XFM.
Who's that on the line?
It's Chris.
Hello, Chris. A question for Karl? Before you give us your guess?
I haven't thought of a really good question or anything yet.
You just want to go for the guess?
No, what I thought was, I'm sure Simon Mayo used to do this when he did the breakfast show on Radio 1 years ago.
No, he didn't.
So you've just pinched this idea, Karl?
If you're going to rip someone off, Karl, do not rip off Simon Mayo.
I haven't ripped this off. I thought this was a new idea. I was going to do it with sound effects instead, but that's...
he used to do that, and he used to get his team to play other characters.
You idiot.
Well, no, hang on.
Not you, Chris. I'm saying you idiot to Karl.
Yeah, but nothing's new anyway, is it? So I'm not getting annoyed about it.
True.
What do you think the answer is?
Is it Cornflake Girl by Tori Amos?
Good answer. She couldn't have a bath because she'd go all floppy
and then go down the plug hole.
Good answer.
She'd go all soggy. Yeah.
So
is it Cornflake Girl?
No, it's not, but that's
a great answer.
It could have been.
All right. Okay.
You're already seeing the error of this, aren't you?
I think this is great radio. I'm really hooked on this. I'm genuinely excited now.
This is really like that, those so-called lateral thinkers. A man got into a field and dies. Why?
Yeah.
He ran out of air. No. Not the one I'm thinking
of. He was shot.
Well,
no.
Yeah.
That was a good answer,
but... Couldn't, Simon Mayo, sue you or something for doing it?
Will you stop? Don't mention that.
Yeah.
Listen, I think if you're going to steal ideas from someone, it should be a brain box like Mayo. I mean, he's the man who's
the only example of one I can ever remember hearing in his show, because I was quite young then, was some people were pretending to tap someone's phone or something, and then they got caught, and the answer was just bugging by whistle, because they were...
Genius.
That was absolute genius.
That's absolute genius.
See, Karl, that's the sort of standard you've got to come up against.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Chris.
The phone lines are hot.
Hello, XFM.
Hi, is it Candy Perfume Girl?
Is it what?
Candy Perfume Girl.
Candy Perfume Girl?
Yeah.
Candy Perfume Girl.
Is it? Well, who's that by?
Madonna.
No, it's...
That sounds like an obscure album track.
No, it's one of her songs.
Just think about it. She stinks and everything. She's a normal life. I didn't say she was a sweet or anything. But for some reason she can't have a bath or a shower.
Is this a big song? Just to give him a clue.
It's a bigger song than Candy Sweet Girl.
Thank you very much indeed for your guess. It clearly isn't right.
Thank you. Cheers. Sorry. Okay,
we
one more, then we go to a record. Come on.
Okay.
Go on. Hello, XFM.
Carl.
Yeah.
Is it High and Dry by Radiohead?
High and dry.
High and dry. Now that's great. She smells, which is another word for high. She's dry because she doesn't have a shower. Carl, if it isn't that, yours will never be as good as that. He's the winner. Whatever you're thinking of, that clue is brilliant. What's your name, mate?
It's Richie.
Richard, I mean, you can't beat that.
That's a bit too lateral.
Don't be stupid. It's perfect. He's made yours into a clever clue. He's made high, she smells, dry, she never gets in the bath or shower. It's not that, is it, Carl?
No, it's
You
not.
don't even get that, do you?
Not really.
Have you ever heard of the word high being used to mean sort of smelly?
No.
No.
Oh, what?
That was where you went wrong there, mate.
Richard, I'm declaring you the winner, even though that isn't the
I
answer.
don't think
Thank
we
you.
should give up this early.
Can we just let's play a song and,
Let's play a song.
Give it one more chance, because if people think about it, it is really easy.
I'm not going to find out the answer now because I've got to go out.
Okay, we'll do it very quickly. Stay in for 10 minutes.
We're just going to play a new Coldplay track out.
Okay, let's play
Brilliant.
Coldplay and then we'll come
Cheers.
back with this.
Coldplay, One I Love. That's for Nick, Neil, Olivia in Tower Bridge.
Absolutely, and also Nikki from Bromley who emailed in. She's enjoying the show and she wanted a bit of Coldplay. That's the B-side of the current single.
This is
In
a
My
great
Place.
show, isn't it? We've got great music, we've got laughs, tears, we've got requests, we've got Simon Mayo games. It's just like Radio 1 for less people.
Exactly.
Radio 1 for less people. This is great, isn't it?
So
go on then.
listen, Carl, you were so excited about this game, weren't you, earlier? You came in with a
But I
hop,
knew it
skip
would
and a leap in your
fall
step.
flat. Although I must say, the phones are going mental. We're going to have to take
This
some
is
more
it. No,
calls.
people love
I mean,
Carl.
high and dry is great. I mean, it works. That's it.
Can we have a very quick
Just recap in case someone's just
very
joined in.
quick
Can you make it so high and dry doesn't work now? Give us a bit of information that makes it different to high and dry, or can't
So
you
for those that
even
have
do
just
that?
tuned in, Carl describes in a roundabout way a story which somehow is representative of a song. Is that
song
right?
title.
A song title.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this woman, she's all right. You know, she has a normal life,
Pretty much.
kind of.
Yeah.
There's probably a few things actually that she can't do thinking about it. But the main problem would be having a wash or having a bath or having a shower.
Yeah.
Maybe going for a swim thinking about it.
Right.
Let's go.
I think water is the clue, isn't it? That's the clue.
All right, so
Who's that on the line?
Hi there, it's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Right,
What do
if
you
it
think?
smells like Teen Spirit, Nirvana.
No, it's not.
That's a great guess. Smells like Teen Spirit again. It's also
No.
brilliant. Thank you, Mark. Well done.
No, it's not that. All right. Hello, XFM.
Oh, that's a dodgy mobile.
Oh, that's a bit of a clue.
A dodgy
Hello,
mobile.
XFM.
Oh, they've just given up. They've all been going for Smells Like Teen Spirit. They just hung up.
Hello, XFM.
Hi, is it She's Electric?
Excellent.
She's electric. It makes sense. That's fantastic.
Oasis,
Carl.
she's electric.
Why does she smell?
Because she doesn't have a bath and that. Because she can't have a bath or a shower. What's your name?
Neil.
Neil
So
got
does
it.
that? So
Neil got it. So, did you get it straight away?
No, only during the song.
A process of elimination from all the other wrong answers.
Yeah, basically.
So,
she's electric.
Rick, I have to say, you're holding your head in your hands, and it looks like you want to shoot off. But I have to say, I thought that was quite good. I genuinely thought that was quite good.
But it's not a cryptic clue, is it? Because it's not. She smells. There's a few things you can't do. She's electric.
yeah, but do you understand what I'm getting at? She's electric.
I always understand what you're getting at, Carl. That's never been a problem in the years I've known you.
Neil got it.
Yeah.
She's
I have to
electric.
say, Rick, I think you're down on this idea. I could definitely see that ITV1 replacing Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Karl Pilkington hosting.
Simon Mayo on the phone
Exactly.
to the lawyers.
Well, Neil, there's no prizes or anything, but well done.
Well done. That was well worth it. Right.
Well, you go away with the award in the knowledge that you've beaten Karl.
Yeah. You can secure the knowledge that you thought how Karl does.
Absolutely. Well done, Neil. So let's take us back a few steps, Karl. What's the story?
Right, so I did some research.
Right. Let's just recap again. There was a guy you read about who had his head chopped off. He was guillotined.
Yeah.
He had said to the people around him,
Count my
I am going
blinks.
to blink once I've had my head cut off to
So
show
the
that
brain
life,
can still...
or the brain
Yeah.
can continue to work after,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
death. Okay, so yeah, we queried that.
So you weren't having any of it?
Well, no, possibly for a few seconds till the oxygen stops being fed to the cells because the blood has drained away. But, nothing spectacular. So
Right,
go on.
well, along the similar sort of lines, right? This is quite a few years ago. this fella sort of upset the royal family doing something. Right, so they said this isn't good.
It wasn't Ben Oughton at that Jubilee thing, was it?
I can't remember what it was. And they said, right,
that was terrible.
We're gonna cut your head off. You know, you gotta show people like you can't be doing what you've been doing.
What was this? The 1970s? When you say a couple of years ago, you mean maybe sort of...
Was it the olden days when the phones weren't very good?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Ages ago, sure.
So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So
very philosophical.
Yeah, imagine that when you wasn't here story. This was literally ages ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Simon Sharma's History of Britain.
Yeah. Oh, and even before that, which is yonks before, when it was all mental and different. Sorry, Carl, go on.
So he's having his head cough, and he's resigned to it.
It's the day before. He's kind of got it into his head now that I'm not going to have my head much longer.
Sure.
So he said, let's make use of this.
Yeah.
He said, I wonder how long like the body can stay alive without my head on it, right? So they were like, I don't know. So
who were?
So
the jailers?
Whoever he was asking.
These jailers with one eye.
Yeah.
Get out, pants.
So he said,
no, wait a minute, I've got an interesting scientific experiment, jailer. Well, fair enough.
What is it?
So he said, what I want to do, right? He said, surely it's my last right. I'm going to be dead tomorrow. Sure. So let's do a test.
He didn't draw it out this long, did he?
Yeah, and he said, let's test this out. He said, do us a favour. He said, it's my last day. What I want you to do is, you're going to cut my head off. Let's put a white line on the floor.
Right.
And see if, because there's no point asking how far he can sort of walk without an head if there isn't a line, because you don't know what to count. Do you know what I mean? If he loses his head and he's running around all over the place, you can't really count
That's
that.
not impressive enough. Yeah.
So they said, let's make a white line.
Sure.
Yeah. Who said this? He did or they did?
I think they started to join in with him and saying, well, let's make this a...
Sure. You guess it. Go on.
So...
they got Norris McWhirr down. The Guinness people.
Oh. Yeah.
So they said, let's get this white line.
Yeah.
And
dedication's all you need.
We'll do this tomorrow. And he said, all right, then I'll see you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning. Night, sleep tight. Bye.
I love the fact that Karl knows exactly what was said.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. He doesn't know the story or what order it is in or when it
he
was.
knows exactly what was said.
But he knows the intricacies. All right then, see you in the morning. Bye, little kissy. Oh, I'm not like that. Oh, you joker.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah. Anyway.
So he gets up.
Do you want a paper tomorrow? No, I'm all right. Go on.
He gets up and they say, right, today's the day and that. And he said, well, I've got used to the idea. So here's a white line for you.
Got used to the idea.
Go on.
So they go, right, you ready then? And he said, I go on. And they cut his head off. And the body walked 32 steps without a head.
Wow.
32 steps.
Incredible.
And that's the lesson, really.
Did it get as far as it walked along the white line, did it?
Yeah, it stayed along the white line, did 32 steps, and then started to stumble a bit, and it just fell over.
Yeah.
But, it was a test that your body can still keep alive for a little bit.
Yeah.
When you've lost your head.
Absolute twaddle. Absolute twaddle.
What do you reckon you can do then without an head? How many steps?
Nothing. There'd be muscular spasm, right?
Yeah. It would twitch a bit.
You could not distinctly take 32 steps. The body... don't...
Yeah.
Is the doctor still on the line?
Yeah.
The fella that bought 6 parrots.
Yeah.
And, you could have got 32 steps.
Right, so you don't believe that.
Doing a bit of line dancing.
Right, you don't believe that, but something that you do believe that a cockroach can live a week without an head.
It can. Slightly different kettle of fish there.
Why?
Wow, insect to human is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
difference.
There's not that much difference in some insects. Do you know that a snake has a heart and lungs and kidneys and stuff?
Go on.
No, well, I'm just saying.
So?
You're making out as if they're a totally different,
species. I am making out. I mean, call me old-fashioned.
Do you know what you're talking about? I don't want you embarrassing yourself, Rick.
Yeah, I am suggesting they're totally different beings. Yeah, that is... Yeah. Now, Karl, the cockroach is a very different thing. The interesting there is that it lives without its head, because a lot of it's on, there's some of them are phototropic, chemotropic, some of them just literally have, irritation and muscle memory. I mean, they do have a central nervous system, but it's very different. So if you lose the head, it bypasses a lot of that anyway. All this is running around. The reason it dies is because it can't take on water. But it's very different to a man, right, having consciousness and then losing that, and the body's still going, no, I think I remember what I was going to do here.
Yeah, so
I'm going to carefully walk 32 steps along this white line. Imagine just looking down going, oh, missed a bit. Yeah. Maybe the head was in the corner going, left, 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 oh, he's now,
Well, let's just put it out. I mean, if anyone listening has maybe had a relative beheaded, maybe in a horrendous car accident, but they got up, maybe they went for a walk, they had a little chat.
Oh, dear, Karl.
Get in touch.
Karl, you are my favourite being. You are my favourite species.
Now, you, Karl, may not be particularly different genetically from a cockroach. You are.
Why can cockroaches do that? Why whoever made them went?
Let's play a record.
Do you know what? When I told him this fact, I send him little facts on text messages just to inflame his, interest. I just sent him a cockroach can live 9 days without its head. He texted back, "What's the point of that?"
Yeah.
What's the point of
They're
that?
not doing experiments. These cockroaches.
It's a boring last week to have.
And he went, and on top of all that, you're thirsty. So it's the worst week of your life, isn't it? That week without your head.
Play a record.
Karl.
Competition time next.
Oh. Look at his little face. Look at his little face.
You've not heard Karl's competition.
Oh, he could do without an head. You've got a real problem with Rick Waller, haven't you?
He turns my stomach.
I know, but don't...
Because he's arrogant as well, though.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
To explain to people that...
No, he is a bit arrogant.
It's his whole thing, that it's the whole package, so to speak, that you don't
Well, there's another thing in this quote, because...
it's not just the fact that he eats too much.
He tried, apparently, to lose some weight, and he said, the first month I lost 11 pounds, the next I lost a stone, but in the third my body did somersaults and I put on 9 pounds. I had a slip-up. I can't say when, why, or how, but it just sneaked up on me.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Don't believe it just sneaks up on
him.
him.
That body's never done a somersault in its life.
No. It just sneaks up on him.
Yeah.
It was the cakes again.
Yeah.
It was the same old cakes as before. It was exactly the same problem.
Sleep eating.
Yeah.
It's called.
It was the KFC bucket again. It was the family-sized KFC bucket for breakfast.
Dear. Poor man. The other thing is that I don't think that's a very good shock tactic for a doctor to tell a 20-something, well, to be honest, you've got 20 years to live.
Yeah.
That's not, when I was 20, the thought of dying at 40 was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want to live to 40. I just thought, what can you do when you're 40?
Yeah.
Just laying around doing nothing.
Eating cheese. And then you got there and you discovered...
No, but someone said...
The dream came true.
Sophie here sent me something, and she said, I realise you're not Graham Norton, but I had to send you this. And she sent me the top of a little cream cheesy thing, and it's the brand name is Gervais.
How odd that is. They've named a cheese after you.
I think it's a big French company, and this is from the Czech Republic. It's all over Europe, and so
that would be a dream come true, wouldn't it? If they named a cheese after you.
No, I think it's probably ancestors, and so I've cheeses in my blood.
Sure,
quite literally.
It literally is. Yeah. Another heavy Friday night, was it?
It comes out of pores like those Play-Doh things. Yeah. I can squeeze out different shapes.
Jay, bring the Stilton in. It's Friday night.
This isn't fried.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we can't really have a go at Rick Waller. I eat too much, but
you're not big. I mean, one of the other contestants on the Fat Club, Celebrity Fat Club, is another one is Jono Coleman.
Oh, we love Jono.
Now Jono, I don't know, you know Jono. He's that guy who does. He used to be on TV, and I think he does a breakfast show on a rival station, doesn't he?
He's happy, isn't he?
He's so true, and he's a really nice bloke, Jono. But
it's funny because he does a breakfast show on Heart, which is wrecking his own. There's a bit of irony.
Oh, I love Karl.
Thanks, Karl.
Do you know what I mean?
I love you.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's good.
But we've met Jono a couple of times. We saw him at a couple of, not wishing to say not to show off, but a couple of awards dues.
Yeah, like that's showing off. But like people would have seen dead there.
Well, yeah, but we went to one where everyone was in like tuxedos or suits and ties. Not Jono. Jono was wearing a pair of Bermuda shorts,
big Bermuda
and a
shorts,
Hawaiian
knee-length Bermuda shorts with just these little.
But I saw him again another time, and he had shorts on at a similar event, and I've seen him since in the street, and he's all. I I'm wondering if he can wear trousers. I don't think he can actually wear trousers. I don't know if there's a medical reason for that, whether he's just, his legs are too fat.
I think the material is a waste of money. I think it's just that you can get shorts that big and they're comfortable, and, I mean, to be quite honest, I don't want to squeeze into a tuxedo anyway. So, if you can go, I'd love to turn up those things in Bermuda shorts.
Well, of course.
Flip-flops.
But do you think he started off by wearing, maybe he just had the upper half was a tuxedo with the tie
and then the shorts
and the shorts underneath, and he would just have to come in, kind of sneak behind, a sideboard.
Potted plant.
Or a potted plant, or bring his kids ahead of him.
Yeah.
You are wearing trousers, aren't you?
Of course I am, yeah.
In you go.
Kids move a bit. Well, no.
Exactly.
Of course I'm wearing trousers. Why would I?
Wearing trousers.
And they just thought, this isn't fooling anyone.
So now I'm going to make a wacky effort to sort of,
The next stone is, I've heard he's going in a grass skirt and a garland around his, and he's going to come in limboing.
But you did ask if you could go to the BAFTAs in a dressing gown, didn't you?
Just for ease.
Yeah.
But, right, is this talking about diets and stuff, right?
Go on.
They've come up with a drug that they tested it out on a mouse, right? They said, it's a problem that weight is a big issue in the world, and, a lot of people are depressed, and that probably like Rick Waller.
Well, I'm depressed looking at Rick Waller.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, you could sort out Rick by, Jono is an old man, he's got loads of money.
He's not old.
No, but he's getting on a bit, right?
He's about
no,
my
hang on a
age,
minute. What I mean is he does his own shopping, right? So I bet it's hard.
What do you mean?
Because he's like, how old is he? 35. Right, he's got loads of money. He does his own shopping. So when he goes to the supermarket and he passes, the sponge cake section, it must be tough when you've got loads of money to burn that you go, just one more.
Yeah.
One more.
Look, we are getting close to libel here, I think.
No. But I'm saying how it is, because I've tried losing a little bit of weight.
Have you?
And it is difficult when you're in Waitrose and you see a little chocolate muffin and you think, well, one more and I'll do without.
Do you like a little chocolate muffin now and again?
Yeah, right.
Is that your favourite thing?
So the thing is,
let him finish his point.
So the thing is, right, now with Rick, he lives at home with his mum, so why doesn't his mum just say, I'm going to buy less this week, and if you eat it all, you're not getting any more?
Yeah.
That's sort that
Does
out.
he live with his mum?
Sharp shot.
I bet he does.
So you don't actually know if this is true or not?
No, but anyway, right, so this drug they've come up with...
They've tested this on mice, haven't they? I'm worried if they haven't tested it on mice.
Thank God for that.
It's definitely been tested on mice.
Definitely.
They fed a mouse a load of cake.
Yeah.
Right? And it went a little bit chubby, and they said, right, stop a minute. And then they gave it this drug that makes you lose weight.
Yeah.
And its weight went down, but the only bad side effect was its eyes were popping out.
Well, that seems to be fine then. Let's give it to Jono. There doesn't seem to be any problem.
Oh, Rick should get some of that.
Yes, Struth, Doc, look at these. Oh, Jesus, Jono, your eyes are popping out. That happened to the mice. Sorry? That happened to the mice.
But what
do you mean?
That's the option.
What do you mean that's the option?
So I love the fact that your choice is either be like a fat, happy man who has the odd sponge cake, or a stick man with eyes on stalks. I mean, Steve's chosen that.
All right, calm down. I thought we were slagging off Rick Waller and fat people.
Sorry,
let's
mate.
have a go at the fat people before we start on me, Rick.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I forgot.
I mean, it's like
yeah,
because I've got some issues and body issues.
I know.
But Rick Waller's grotesque,
Yeah, sorry about
I'm
that.
just a little bit weird. I mean, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, should we play a song and?
Well, I'm just a little bit offended. That's upsetting.
I woke up this morning,
feeling fine.
It's not a blues song, and I turned my phone on, and it was from Karl, and it went, "Forget it, I've made my mind up." And I thought,
wow,
what is that? And I
forget it, I've made my mind.
Yeah, I went, "Karl, what is it?" He went, "Oh no, it's about the text I sent you last night." I went, "Well, what was it? I just got this text." He went, I was just wondering, I was thinking last night. He said, supposing you had to have your hands removed.
Sure.
Right? And the doctor said, well, you can either have them stay like that with stumps, or I can sew feet there. What would you have? And I was bleary-eyed, and I went, the stumps? He went, yeah. I went, all right? He went, yeah.
And then what was his follow-up text to that?
And then I got the text, it was obviously before it, and it went, and it was like quite serious. What would you do if surgeon not doing your hands? Would you have stumps or the feet? Right? Now the way, when I said, he's made his mind up, and I went, the stumps, he went, yeah. I think secretly he decided on the feet, but was too embarrassed to tell me.
There's a little bit of what would you do? Because
But why did you think of this? Why did you think of this?
Girlfriend's away, right?
Yeah, no, that's not why you start thinking bizarre
I'll tell
surgery
you now,
devices.
right? I'll let you into my little mind, right? Last night, I had some beans on toast, right? She was away.
It's good already.
She was away, so you had some beans on toast. She went wild.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I was stood up. I live on on a high street, right? So I'm washing up. I'm looking out the window. First thing that had my attention is I can look into other people's flats, right?
Yeah.
And it was weird how all these different lives were going on. I was watching them, and everybody had the telly on and was watching Volcano, right? Which was on last night.
Right.
And I thought, that's weird, right? I can see them all watching it. And it was like a little Chinese lad who was dancing around in some underpants. Yeah. And then there's a little old woman who lives downstairs who was reading a book, and she's always reading a book every night. And it's like, I have a better life than her. And then there's like some sort of bouncer who's always getting ready to go out late at night with all the black on. He looks like a bouncer. So I was watching all this life going on. I thought,
did you witness a murder while you were doing this?
Yeah.
It was like that sort of Sliver film where that bloke had loads of tellies watching people's lives. So that was going on in my mind. And then I was washing up, and I picked up the plate, and I thought, it's amazing, isn't it? The human body, the way you can just sort of, I want to pick that up, and you do.
Yeah.
And the way your hands work, right? You've got 5 little digits, but it's just the right amount to do to do what you've got to do, right? So I'm cleaning the plate.
Sorry, Carl. Stop. It's just the right amount. Might be one of the most genius things I've ever heard said. I would love David Attenborough to phone you up and say, Carl, how do I word this about the evolution of the mammalian front limb? Just go, I'll just say it's the right amount.
But it is. One
Of course
extra
it is.
would get in the way.
Yeah.
And one less would just make it that little bit more tricky when picking up a bit of a slippery dish.
Sure, or buying gloves. Yeah.
A slippery dish.
So then I was thinking, imagine like going to the doctors and he's saying, yeah, everything's all right, your heart's good and everything, but
your heart's good. What, your Larry's or
your heart, you're in good form and whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, it's good news. I had Giano in earlier. He's not looking good.
Yeah. I had Fat Swaller.
But you're all right. But your hands need to come off.
Right. Blimey. That's bad. Like, I get a second opinion initially.
But I better good news, I've got a nice pair of feet I can sort you out with.
Yeah.
And he puts them on, and then I was thinking, right, first of all, washing up, what would that be like? I thought,
Steve.
that'd be tricky. Yeah. And then the second thing was, it'd probably ruin the sort of the shape of your jumper.
Because you have to keep putting the feet through there. Yeah.
And then I thought, but I could still cycle in.
Okay.
To work.
You could run in.
Well, that's the thing.
You'd be really fast.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought I could still cycle because I could balance, and then I thought, but the only thing is I probably couldn't pull the brakes. Because of the little short things.
Yeah.
And then, like you, I thought, but then again, you're running in half the time. So that's what was going on in last night.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about.
But did you?
How long did this take?
Well, how long does it take to wash up?
Right, because I imagine you just being there for like all night.
Probably 25 minutes.
How long did the little Chinese fella dance for in his pants?
He's always doing it. Last night he was at it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend never sits in the same room as him. She's always sat in the bedroom.
She's going, you dance in pants again, I go in next door.
Well, she was in the bedroom. She's always in the bedroom, sat on the floor, on the mobile phone.
Right.
All the time, yeah. It's weird how people's lives are just like, it is like that Groundhog Day thing. It's like, he's jumping about in his underpants. The old woman sat there reading a book.
Yeah.
And that's what got me thinking about my life.
Do you think she ever
Are you sure she's not dead? Every time you look down there, she's just flicking through she's just reading this book. The pages never turn. She never seems to finish it. She never moves from her chair.
Are you sure the Chinese
Her
girl's
cats
going?
are dead around her.
I'm going into next door again. That little round-headed
the
fella's
smell.
looking in. He's looking in at me. The bouncer goes, "Don't worry, love. I'll go and beat him up." But he's always
true.
getting ready.
That's true.
They see you staring at him, washing up, going, "I could have feet here," and they get scared. The old woman's dead. Oh,
Carl,
dear.
can you tell us roughly which neighbourhood you live in, so that we know?
It's central.
Central, is it?
Yeah.
Wow, imagine if that little... Was he a Chinese fella, did you say?
Yeah.
Imagine if he was listening now. I'd love him to call in and explain his actions.
Well, he might be on some other radio station talking about a lad who's always washing up and looking at his hands in a mysterious way.
But do we know this doctor? this doctor that would go, well, all right, Karl, you can either leave them as stumps, or I've got a little pair of feet. Why? I mean, I told Jane this, and Jane went, is that the only choice? Could you say, could I have some dead man's hands? Have you got any? Where do you get the feet from? Where do you get the feet from? Can I have? What would you rather have then? Human feet or monkey paws?
Well, I mean, that wasn't an option last night. That if the doctors said...
No, it wasn't an option last night, but don't forget, it's in your head, Karl. This didn't happen.
I'm just saying, at the time, that's all the doctor had to offer.
But, it's your head. You can go anywhere. No, it wasn't a real doctor to offer. It's in your head. You can go anywhere. You're not trapped.
Yeah, but if you can do anything, then you'd say, we'll sort us out some other hands.
Fair point. Let's play record.
We gotta come back to
this. It was my birthday, right? Went home after working with you a couple of Saturdays ago, right? Girlfriend was like, open your card, and I said, no, it's my birthday on Monday, I'll open it.
You obey by the rules, certainly on birthdays, birthday rule.
Well, there's no point.
Well, exactly, chaos leads that way.
Yeah, right, so...
not an anarchist, never has been.
So anyway, she was kept going on, and it was doing me head in, so I said, alright, I'll open it.
Yeah.
So I opened it, ticket fell out. Surprise holiday to one of the Canary Islands. So...
And what was your reaction? I mean...
The first one was, we haven't got enough money for this, but I didn't want to ruin it, so...
No.
So I didn't go on about that, and I said, it'd be great, so I can't wait.
So, did you say it in that tone of voice?
Well, it was good timing, because I was tired and everything, and I'm not a big holiday fan, but the timing was right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the same as last night. I don't always like a curry, but last night...
You're in the mood.
You get that sort of,
curry feet. You had a feeling.
Yeah, you had a feeling.
You thought, and then lo and behold, later you were eating the curry. It's weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird, the paranormal? Isn't it weird?
They work in mysterious ways, ghosts.
Yeah.
So anyway, right, the island, if I was on with you here, I'd probably say it's a bit barren.
Okay.
Not much there, but if you get a hotel, you guarantee good weather. Right.
Are you?
No, what I mean is, it'll be a good holiday. If you get a hotel, right, the weather's always good, so you'll have a nice time.
Yeah, that was a comma, yeah, it was a, yeah, go on.
And all that, and the food was alright, and everything was going alright. I was just having a nice, relaxing time.
And how do you sort of spend your time on a holiday? You just lie around? Is that
sort of holiday, just lying around. I bought a book.
You bought a book?
Yeah.
Okay, ghosts?
No, it was short stories, right?
About
it was
ghosts?
it was about like special days in our time and time before me and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, it was telling you about how I think it was 1814, the Thames frozen up.
Yeah.
And all these stories are told by eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
Right? So there's some fella who was around in 1814 and the Thames was frozen and people used to put market stalls on there and they'd do the shopping. It was like like an Oxford Street.
Was that Mad Liar Charlie? No, because he's famous for that.
Well, I'm sure,
No, I think that was Mad Liar Charlie. Yeah.
So I was reading that, and then after a couple of days was a bit like,
boring.
Yeah, you can only do sort of so much lying around
and so much reading.
So Suzanne said, let's go on the beach, have a walk.
You ain't gone on the beach?
Where had you been up to this point then? In your room?
No, just like around the pool, just relaxing and having a swim and that.
Yeah.
So she said, let's go on the beach. I said, all right then, yeah. So wandered down to the beach, and first impressions are, yeah, it's all right, it's clean.
Your criteria is so basic, it's brilliant. Hotel, yes. Roof, good. Food, adequate. Beach, clean. Next.
So I'm walking along, and everything's good, and there's a woman feeding fish bread, which I thought that's different.
I love that. He likes originality. He loves a bit of originality.
He was feeding fish bread.
This woman was there, like up to her knees in water.
Yeah.
And she was stood
Was
there.
that a sea?
Chucking,
Oh, right, good.
chucking this bread, and I thought, what's she doing? And I stood there and watched for a minute, and there was little fish coming up, having the bread. I thought, So we carried on walking, and everything's going well, and then this fella comes towards me.
Everything's going well.
Yeah, that's
I haven't fallen over.
Clean feeding bread. 2 points for originality.
Fella comes walking towards me.
Oi, oi.
He's only got no pants on.
Oh.
So I said, Suzanne, what's going on?
What did he turn to her? Like she knows more than him.
So she said, oh, yeah, it's, she said, yeah, it's a nudity.
Is this going to be a long story? Could you pour that coffee? Can you give me that coffee over? Sorry, this is really bad. Yeah, because he's pouring... Thank you.
Just amuse yourselves while we sort the coffee.
Thank you very much.
Dave, do you want
I'll have a cup of coffee, Carl. Thanks. Yeah. Cheers.
Cold. Right. Good. Okay.
So,
Great. Thank you.
So she said, yeah, it's a nudist beach. So I said, well, why? What? I said, we're all mixed. It's all mixed up. Normally on a nudist beach, it's a nudist beach, and you don't go wandering on there when you get your clothes on and that. So it annoyed me a bit because there wasn't any signs. So this fella's getting closer.
Well, the knob out was a sign.
Yeah. Right. So he's getting closer, and he walked past me. It was an old fella. And he walked past and he had a hat on and a little pipe and a big rucksack on his back. Right, so he got me thinking.
Not strictly naked.
I'm walking along and I'm thinking, right, why do people want to do this? So straight away, I wasn't on holiday anymore, because most of the time when I'm on holiday, I don't think about anything. Right?
Your mind's a blank.
I just switch off. Right? But all of a sudden, this has got in my head now, and I turn around to look at him, and
check out his arse.
And this bag, right, I swear, it was massive, right?
What? You had a massive bag?
The bag.
His rucksack?
His rucksack.
Oh, right, okay. When he said there was an old couple coming towards me, I said, what was lower, the bloke's bollocks or the woman's tits? And he said, well, that was another point, she might as well have worn knickers. Because so you can see it. That's what he said to me.
So you saw the bag? So
it annoyed me, yeah, because the whole idea in it, this is what I think, I mean, I might be wrong, right? Might be wrong.
Chances
you never have been. You never have been before.
Being nudist, right? What's it all about?
So I'll tell you, on that point, Carl, let's play a tune, let's come back and we'll discuss.
What are we going to play?
We'll discuss that very issue. We've got some ideas. We did chat about this last week, Carl, in your absence.
Alright. Well, we'll play the choral.
Okay.
It's a good one, this.
Yeah.
Coral, Dreaming of You, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
If you just joined us, Carl is walking down the beach, and a man has just passed him with his knob out.
Yeah, his testicles out and his huge bag, apparently.
Right.
Now, we'll sum this up, quick, because we did talk about it last week. You did call me and tell me some of these things, and we sort of mentioned it last week, but you just want to say just give us your thoughts on nudity.
Well, what I don't understand is, right, nudity, I thought it was all about, sort of being free.
Yeah.
Natural, letting the breeze, blow around you and that. That's all I can think of like the bonus of doing it. But you can get that by just having a pair of shorts on, right? Because I'm not one for getting my kit off. It's just something a bit weird about it, isn't it? Normally, if I go for a walk on the beach, I'll put a shirt on.
Sure.
But leave it unbuttoned.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, tease the ladies, sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just feels a bit weird. So it's best to cover your back anyway, because the sun.
Yeah.
And all
good
that.
advice, yeah.
But when I saw him, and I thought, well, right, is he doing it to sort of be free and be comfy and all that? And then I thought, but he's carrying a big bag, right? I've got a pair of shorts on, and I'm not looking at him thinking, I bet he's really comfy. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't going, I can't wait to get home and get my shorts off. They're really annoying me, these. So, and that's just it. I don't get what it's all about.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Well, okay. Well, my advice to you is don't go to nudist beaches again.
Well, I didn't go again. Got some new ideas for you.
Go on.
Well, they've all been blinders in the past.
Go on.
Did you do any competitions when I was away?
Did we? I think we did, didn't we? Did we give away a DVD?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, go on. Yeah,
right.
Go on. Anyway.
Well, I've thought of some.
This isn't like radio, is it? As we know it, this is just people talking. If the mic's on, it's luck.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening, I've no idea what they think of this show. It's not a show.
Not in the traditional sense.
No. Okay, then you're going to change with that, Karl.
Because a show suggests a certain form of presentation.
Yeah.
A certain pride.
And when we do present
dare I say, some planning.
Yeah, and when we do, it's ruined by pressing the wrong button.
Yeah, but I've got some planning here.
Go on then.
Quizzes. What I did was, when I was on holiday, right, you said, come up with a new idea, right? So the best way of coming up with ideas is sort of
thinking,
sort of nicking a TV show name and then twisting it a bit.
Yeah.
So,
or just rip off Simon Mayo's idea completely.
That's good advice for anyone out there.
I didn't.
Yeah.
If you're interested in ideas.
Karl is presently running a course writing for TV, and that's the lesson one, isn't it? Just rip something else off.
Just do it and change the title slightly.
Yeah.
Well,
go on.
This one I haven't really got. I don't know what to do on the game, but I'm thinking Strike It Ricky.
That's all you've got?
That's
what you've come up with. How long did that take?
What is that?
I just thought it sounded a bit like Lucky. Forget that one then.
Yeah, forget that one. Okay, yeah, well, no, good. No, we all have hits of this. Even Spielberg's, not all his films, you know, can hit the. Go on.
Right.
No, okay, no, it's a good. Go on. Yeah.
Do you remember Big Brother?
Yeah. Do I remember Big Brother? No, go on.
Big Mother, right? You call in. If your mum's heavy, you win a CD.
What do you mean? How can you prove that?
Alright, forget that. Right, here's one.
Right, good one.
No.
Yeah, no.
The Price is Right, remember that?
Yeah.
Right.
The Price is Ricky?
No. The Rice is Right. And what I do, I read from an Indian menu and a Chinese menu. You tell me whether you have pilau or egg fried.
He's a genius, isn't he? He really is a modern.
That one.
No, go on then. Let's go into this one. Let's not cross this off right away. Go on then. What you read from what?
Well, I'll get a couple of menus from like an Indian and a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
And I'll go like, chicken korma.
Well, could I just suggest that as it's an Indian, it'll be pilau, and anything you read out that is...
Yeah, but you don't know which one I'm reading from.
What, the chicken korma's Indian, isn't it?
Yeah, so you go pilau. But then
Well, you might as well say Indian or Chinese.
No, because then the name wouldn't work. The Rice is Right.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you're working from the title backwards, aren't you? Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm so confused. I don't know where I am or what day it is.
A programme that they've been in on Channel 4, right?
Can you cross that out? We're not doing The Rice is Right
I
either.
don't understand The Rice is Right.
No, go on.
I'll tell you that later. We'll have a game in the office, right? A game that they've been in on Channel 4, but has got really big viewing figures.
Well, obviously not.
Right.
Or they wouldn't be binning it. Go on.
Do you know 15 to 1?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that, right?
Are they?
I'm thinking 15 Taiwan. Get some items that are made in Taiwan, right? Get 15 items, and I say what they are, and then you go, oh, I bet it's the vase. Or something.
That's the one that's made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Just explain that again very quickly.
No, don't go.
Alright,
Cross it out.
forget that.
Cross it out. 15 Taiwan.
Right.
Go on.
This is the one that I've prepared for, because I think this is daft. This is good.
Let's play a tune and let's hear it after that.
Oh, God.
I'm very excited.
Are we going to play it after that, or are we going to say...
No, you can explain it after it. I'm very excited.
Good to hear that again. It's
fantastic.
Waiting on a Friend by the Rolling Stones. Yeah? Go on then, Karl. On XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Go on.
Right, this one. Remember Blockbusters?
Uh-huh.
Right, this one is good, and we'll do this one. Rockbusters. And remember how Bob Holness used to give you a letter?
Yeah.
And it'd give you a question, and the answer to that question is that letter.
Yes.
Right, well, it works like that. So if I said to you, we'll test it out on you, Steve, right? Right, welcome to the show and that.
Hello.
Let's play, right? And I say, right, your first one is W.
Mm-hmm.
And the cryptic clue, because it's done like crosswords.
Okay. So not quite like Blockbusters.
Well, this young man prepared for his death. And it's a W, so the answer... And it's not always going to be like our sort of music, it can be any sort of music that's out there.
So the W is the name of
the answer.
I understand that, but is the answer always the band name, or is it...
Yeah.
It's always the band name, is it, or the artist?
Yeah.
And so would the W be the surname, or would you have both the initials if it was someone's name? Would Elvis Presley be EP?
Don't get annoyed, Karl. These are questions that I knew would be asked. I know this. You tested it on me, so you've got to tell them.
Well,
That's
you
the
know
point.
the rules.
If it was Elvis, I'd probably do E.
No. Give him the answer. Give him the
Right,
answer.
did you hear the clue?
No, give me the clue again then. So the letter is
It is a
W.
cryptic clue.
It's
The clue's
W.
fine.
Listen,
but
and the
go on.
clue is, this young man prepared for his death.
This young man prepared for his death.
Yeah.
This young man prepared for his death.
And it's a W. And it's his first name.
That's what he needs
Well,
to
see,
know.
that's the...
Yeah, but I don't...
Well, shouldn't we have the initials? Wouldn't that make it easier? I mean,
Yeah, but it didn't do that on Blockbusters. It just had one letter.
They did.
If it was if
The gold run they often had us for 3 or 4.
Did they?
Letters, yeah.
but it was normally just one word. It wouldn't have been a name or something.
All right, then.
W.
W-Y. W-Y.
Will Young.
Excellent. Right,
I didn't understand it. What was
this
the
young
Will
man...
prepared for this young man. So he's sort of mixed sort of cryptic.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's a good effort. That's better than usual.
No, it's
that is better than
It's
usual.
not bad, is it?
So do you want to play? Let's play Rockbusters.
Yeah, Rockbusters.
How many of these have you got? No, because let's just clarify a couple of rules here, Carl. Let's just make sure we thought everything through, because I'm pretty certain when they get these things on TV, they at least have a go at them in the office first before they put them straight on there. I'm sure that's how it works. I'm sure Bob Wallace just didn't turn up the first day, and he goes, "We're all winging it. It'll be fine. Bring the students in. Let's have a go." I'm sure they did a bit of preparation. So let's just check. We've got everything, every base covered.
Yeah.
Firstly, how many questions have they got?
I'll tell you what. Let's do this off air then. Should we play a great tune?
Well, yeah. Well, people need to call in, don't they? Because we're doing it, aren't we?
Yeah.
It'll be all right. And there's good stuff. I've got CDs, right? I've got some compilation stuff and a couple of videos and that. So that's what they're playing for. Call up now. 08700 800 1234. Get them on the air. Play the game. Brilliant.
What's going on?
I don't know. The adverts aren't working today, and I'll have to get an engineer in as well.
Right,
so
don't play the adverts. I don't want to play them anyway. Don't play them. It's not our fault if it doesn't work. It's...
Why? Do you realise if we were like live, we'd be heckled off the stage?
Right, don't play the adverts.
We wouldn't survive in the real world.
I'll sort that out.
Right, get the people on the air now. Just
Rick, calm down.
Play a record then. Do something for Christ's sake.
All right,
Sam,
Hello?
is it sounding all right today?
It is. It's just about.
Right. Cheers.
That is worth.
Right.
good. And so we've got Sam on the line. Who else have we got there?
So we've got Tim as well, haven't we?
Hello.
All right, Tim.
Tim and Sam.
Right,
You sound quite similar, lads. Could one of you affect an accent or something? Which one's Tim?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, which one's Sam?
It's Sam.
That's slightly deeper. Sam, yeah.
And they're not against the clock anyway, are they? So it doesn't really matter.
I suppose not.
So
I think Steve just wanted a bit of variety.
you
Okay.
you understand the rule, lads?
Could you explain them to us?
Right, play it. Okay.
Hang on, wait.
Well, let me explain, because I mean, life is too short. Now, Carl's going to read out, say 3 clues, yeah, and just shout your own name and answer it, or shout the answer. Shout your own name, then the answer if you know it. And it's the person who gets the most right.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
So,
Here we go then.
Okay then.
So
Shouldn't it be the first to 3?
Well, yeah, but then he hasn't got.
I've got enough. It's fine.
You've got enough clues for that.
Right then, here we go. Welcome to the show.
Oh God.
Right. The first initials ST. Right. Is that right? ST.
Well, I don't know. We don't know, do we? How do we know?
Here we go. ST, and the cryptic clue is better than the average homeless person. Okay.
Sorry, I think, is that a band?
Yeah.
Is it an old band?
Yeah.
I think that's one word.
All right then. S. It's an old 70s band. Better than the average homeless person. Tim.
Go on.
Supertramp.
Yes.
Supertramp it is.
Yeah.
Well done. 1 point to
I have
you,
no idea
Tim.
why that's right, by the way.
You don't know. You don't understand why it's right.
He's a super tramp.
Oh, right.
Better than the average homeless person.
cryptic, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, second one. Come on, Sam, you got it.
That's actually quite good for Karl. Trust me, Tim. Take that as a good clue. Because, yeah, okay.
We won't do this again.
Wait, 1-0
Right,
to
here we
Tim.
go.
Right.
F. The letter is F. That's the next one we're moving on to. And the cryptic clue is, the little girl is hungry. What shall we do?
The S or F?
I've got it.
F.
Ready? Sam. Peter.
Yes, 1-1. Feed her.
He's pulled out.
Feed her.
Yeah. Feed her. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 1 each. So this is the decider, isn't it?
Wait a minute, ITV are on the phone.
Well, you said first to 3, so no, it's not, is it? That's what I said. Just do the 3 clues and who gets the most.
Okay, well, we can do that now. So, here we go.
I love this. This is rubbish. Go on.
So, here's the last one. The initials are AK, right? And the cryptic clue is exploding pet. Shout your name if you know it.
Last orders at the bar, please. Last orders at the bar.
Exploding pet. AK.
You're tuned to XFM 104.9, Carl Pilkington's quiz, Rockbusters. The format is still available. The highest bidder, please give us a call, or you can email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Is it a band or a singer?
I'll give you a bit more of a clue. It's a pop band. Okay? We wouldn't...
Sam. Tommy Kissem.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, this is amazing radio. So who was that won?
That was Sam who won.
So it's 2-1 to Sam. So he wins. What does he win, Karl?
He wins some CDs and some videos.
No, he's got obviously now, Sam, if you're ready, take the spot. You're going to do the gold run. Away you go, Karl.
I haven't got any more.
You're a fool. Right, stay on the line. We're giving both some presents. Play a record for.
Rick, I'm going to shoot off.
That was the record before us, and here we are, pre-recorded, because we did this a few weeks ago, because we're not here at the moment, are we? We're away in that. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
And Karl Pilkington. Well,
he's not actually with us. He's on the. He'll be in some of the best of clips that will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, this is just us, isn't it?
This is just us. We did this. When did we do this, Rick? A couple of weeks back.
Hold on, what is it? What
it's
day
the 27th today.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Christmas. I loved Christmas.
I loved Christmas.
I had a great time. What did you get?
Loads of presents.
So did
and
I.
I'm glad they made it to number one.
I'm really glad.
Stroke, he, she.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the pop idols, Cliff Richard, Westlife, made it to number one.
Bo Selector. Yeah, just delete that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to play some of the best of, some of the greatest moments of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ever heard on XFM 104.9. What about this? Do you remember this one?
Oh, which one is it?
Alright, so, here's the first bit.
When we were talking to Karl in the week, the thing we're talking to Karl is that you come up with something that's sort of like, quite innocent, and he goes, well, once, right? And you realise that it's comedy dynamite. Yeah. He doesn't know it, but we want to go save it. And he let out, you were filling in a form, weren't you? It was all like your girlfriend thinking you're a div. And it's happened before, isn't it? Because she came home and you'd filled out a form to get a job once, hadn't you?
Yeah.
What was that for?
Granada Telly.
And on it...
Well, let Karl explain.
Yeah.
You see, this is what annoys me with job applications, because rather than just saying, do you want the job and what can you bring to this business?
Yeah. Do you want the job is a good one.
Because the thing is...
That's sort of the one for the boys.
No, listen, right?
Because if they say no, I don't think they want the job.
Yeah, but listen.
Go on.
I mean, I presume with what you do, you have to take people on and stuff.
Well, in a fight, you mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's more important that you're willing to graft and put the hours in.
Sure.
Than say that, you know, you did well at school.
Yes.
Sure.
Because if I wanted to, I could have done well at school.
Of course.
I just didn't want to.
Yeah. So where's this going? So you had the application form.
So when it came to the qualifications bit and that, I couldn't fill them in because I didn't have my qualifications. And it was also asking about your languages. And I put down English quite good.
English quite good. And his girlfriend came over and seen the form that he'd sent off. This was a copy of it.
Yeah.
And so she went, oh, you know what I mean? So that's what started, you know, the disappointment.
So they're going to get that and think that you're not English.
I don't think I've got it. It was ages ago.
Right.
How long ago was it?
Oh, well, it was when I was still in Manchester, so 5 years ago.
I don't think you've got to know. No, I think you'd...
There could be a long list.
I mean, there's probably a lot of admin problems in that organisation, but they probably...
But what I meant by it is that you know, I can speak English, but I don't know all these long words that people use all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, can I just tell this quickly? In the week, I'm talking to you now, the listener. Usually I don't.
Yeah.
Karl said, about embarrassing him on air and that, and he's worried about his education, and he was worried about not knowing long words. Like, we come up with any long words. And he said, no, I was scared, you were going to ask me something about, someone, and he's a Eastern European leader. His surname is Milosevic. And Karl said, so I learnt it this week, and learnt it so you can't catch me out in case you start. I said, what? And he said, he thought about it, and he went, Flobodan Milosevic.
Got the surname right though, didn't he?
So what's his name?
Right?
What's his name?
That's how Bill and Ben would address this leader.
How would they have said it?
Flobodan Milosevic.
What's his name?
Slobodan Milosevic.
Yeah.
Well done.
Chris Campling did a review of the show.
Right.
And basically said that Karl Pilkington is a creation of Gervais and Merchant.
Well, if only that were the case.
He said, he started off saying he liked the show.
Yeah.
He was excited. Said it was a good show. A lot of the jokes.
I'm already questioning his critical faculties.
Yeah, exactly. And basically said that we didn't contribute much, or seemingly didn't seem to contribute much, and we couldn't sort of like ad lib or anything. We just laughed at, particularly me, laughed at Karl Pilkington, who was coming up with some, you know, quite funny stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But then he does a twist on it. He goes, but the thing is, We're the puppet masters. He's a created person. We've created the persona Karl Pilkington for our own amusement.
Right.
He bases this on simply that we talked about... What was it we talked about? The Chinese not aging well, and he heard him talk about that on my DVD. But clearly I say, Karl, remember when you were talking about that? It's a news or member in the week, and so he thinks it's all scripted now. Imagine if this show was scripted.
I'd be ashamed.
Yeah.
If this show was scripted, I would send back the BAFTAs for the shows the actual shows we've written, and I would say...
I'm not having a go at Chris Campling. He's nice about our other work. He likes The Office, and he likes my stand-up and everything, and he likes the show, but he's saying... Because we're not spontaneous, we scripted this and invented Karl. So he's like, you know, we've invented another Gareth.
If we had created Karl, I would not have squandered a character that good on this poxy radio station.
Absolutely. Also, does he know that we spend about 3 months on half an hour script? So how long does 2 hours of drivel? But the main thing is, as if this could be scripted, it's dreadful.
It's shocking.
Or maybe this is scripted.
Hang on, you've lost me now. Let me just check the script.
Maybe Chris Campling does not exist. Maybe I've made him up.
I don't know what to believe.
See, the name doesn't wash with me.
What was his name?
Chris Campling.
Sounds odd.
That's something that I made up, isn't it?
Campling's almost like a joke. It's almost like a gay name, isn't it? Oh, he's a Campling.
So I think this is scripted.
Yeah.
I think I've probably made this whole link up, and Karl is a creation. Campling, that's not a real name. I made that up. I should have come up with something better.
Yeah.
Sorry. Down to the River by Bruce Springsteen on XFM 104.9. So, that little fella in the Times thought Karl was just a puppet. We created him. He's an actor. What's his actor's name? Brent Hogwell. We got him from Spotlight. Brent Hogwell.
This stupid, dopey Mancunian accent, he just puts that on every week.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, he speaks rather like Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
And we just got this whole world around him. We set a whole... What do you think about that?
He had his head shaved, especially.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, would he think that, you know, maybe if he's looked online and seen me head, and he's noticed how round it is and that, does he think it's sort of been... you know, morphed into that shape just for the show, just for 2 hours on a Saturday?
Yeah. You spend 5 hours in prosthetic makeup like John Hurt in The Elephant Man.
Everything about him was made up.
Yeah.
We created him, because I remember coming up with Auntie Nora.
Oh, yeah.
You said, Rick, we need another character. I said, what about giving him an Auntie Nora?
Doesn't sound convincing, I said.
Yeah, and you said, what is it about? I said, well, I don't know, she farted for 5 minutes and she's got a fanny like a split tennis ball.
No one's going to believe that.
Yeah. Oh, that brings us neatly... Well, let's put that to bed now. So, Chris Campling, honestly, we do not script this shambles of a show, and Karl Pilkington really is like this. If you want, you can meet him. I'd love to send Karl for a drink with Chris Campling. Can we do that? And then he'll eat his words. Chris, if you're listening, honestly, this isn't a stitch-up. As I say, I'm not having to go at you. It's a very well-written article. It's very, very fair.
You're just complimenting on his grammar.
Yeah.
It's a very well-written article.
No, I'm saying we're not having to go. It's not like he snagged us off. I would just love him to meet Karl Pilkington. People in the street come up to me and say, is Karl like that? And I so want them to meet him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can send in, if he's online, he can send in 5 subjects for Karl to talk about that we couldn't possibly know about, just so he knows that we just really do throw things at Karl and that drivel comes out. Imagine if it was scripted.
What?
Someone's left one of those little things in here. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing. What are they called, those things?
I imagined just there, I was thinking of being in the front row at a Morrissey concert and going, can I just play along? They are brilliant.
I don't know what kind of sound that is.
I don't know. It's only used for when Kenneth Williams sees someone undressing.
Yeah.
That's the only time that is used, that noise. That is brilliant.
But it's like it was specially created for the Carry On films.
Yeah, we need... I don't know what it is, but we need something when I walk in and see someone changing. Well, what about this? There is a light that never goes out by the Smiths. I phoned Karl up in the week, and I said, what are you doing? He went, well, even though it's one of my days off, I'm just doing some research on the web. Found anything that said, I'm doing science. And then he said, you can get wigs for dogs in Tokyo. That's his scientific fact. And I went, What do you mean? Dogs, if they need a wig? I said, if they need a wig, what? Dogs going bald? And he went, like, this is fine to him. He went, it's a stressful city, Tokyo. The world's all right with Karl. He's always got an explanation. I've only ever seen him confused once. When in Edinburgh, he looked out of his window one day and he saw a bloke putting a parking ticket on some rubbish.
Yeah.
And that genuinely confused him.
Yeah.
He couldn't work out, could you?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
And the woman breastfeeding her 8-year-old child, you didn't like, did you?
I don't like that. But the what's the name? Animals with wigs. I kind of thought, after I put the phone down to you, I kind of thought about it. Thought, yeah, it's a bit daft, that.
You sure he's not the ageing pop group?
No,
the Animals.
But when you think, have you ever seen like a bald pet?
No.
It's weird.
What do you mean?
Because my mum, we had a cat. We used to get through loads of cats because we lived on a.
Oh God! It started early today, isn't it?
What do you mean?
It's only 10 past one.
What are you doing? Running a restaurant?
We lived on.
Oh God! What do you mean?
No, we lived on like a main road.
Oh yeah.
Right? So we used to get through a lot of them. My dad kept saying,
risk.
Stop wasting money. It's not.
Stop wasting money, not wasting cats.
Right. So anyway, we had this cat that was ill all the time, and
he was just bag of nerves, probably.
Yeah, malingerer. Yeah, I'm terrified.
I'm going to which house?
Rome. Oh God, bloody hell, Rome.
Don't let me go to the Pilkingtons.
And he, for some reason, it kept being sick all the time. Right?
Yeah, that is nerves. That's definitely nerves.
So my mum kind of thought, I've had enough of this, and she shaved it.
Whoa. Whoa. Now I know you're not vets in your family, but what correlation did your mum think there was between you being sick and shaving it?
Because it kept being sick, and it was a pain to wash because it kept getting
So
caught
she
up.
wanted a dry wipe cat.
So
why didn't she just varnish it? What?
It's weird. It's weird.
So now he's cold and sick.
No, but not all of it. She left sort of the back half, but sort of from its waist, sort of.
I love that. Shave it because it's sick on itself.
And it was the weirdest looking thing. I mean, normally I like cats. I'm always like giving yours a stroke on the head and that.
Yeah.
But as soon as she did that, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
Can't touch it. And then.
So now it's sick, cold, and hated.
Yeah.
Karl.
It must have. I mean, the other cats must have been taking the mick out of it constantly. It's just making things worse. Did it get? I'm hoping that it got run over and was put out of its misery.
No, I think it got all right, that one. Or is that the? Yeah, it did get run over. It did.
Oh God. Oh dear.
How many cats do you say you've got through?
I'd say whilst I was living at home, I mean, it's still on the increase even though I'm not there. So whilst I was there, probably 5.
God.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
And were you upset each time, or you just got used to it?
It's one of them things, isn't it? Like I've said before, when you first see something, it's a bit of a shock. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Elephant Man or whatever.
Yeah.
First time you see him, it's that sort of, oh, look at that.
Do you remember the first time you saw Steve? No, I'm not being funny. Do you remember the first?
Yeah, but I've said this before. It's always, then you get used to how people look and you don't... No.
I'm going to burst. You have to play a record.
No, but...
Because I just see Steve's face.
No, but I've got used to it.
Shut up.
This is XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant. You're listening to the best of, basically, Karl Pilkington.
Check, because there are rules in place, aren't there?
Yeah.
There was a big bust up in the week.
I'm only allowed to wind him up. I'm not allowed to wind him up socially now. I'm not allowed to... What am I not allowed to do socially?
I think squeezing the head. Socially, has been crossed off.
Right, okay, and I agreed to that because it got to a head where Karl was really upset and he was thinking of just giving it all in, weren't you?
Yeah.
Why was that?
Because you were just winding me up too much.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to bring it all up again?
I don't mind. What was I doing?
It was just.
I mean, I should say now that there was a conversation where we were all sort of really walking on eggshells. It was frosty. It was a conference call, and Karl was on one end. And I'll tell you, I was very much a media. I was very much a UN mediator.
What do you think of that?
It was difficult to sort of keep it serious when I'm saying stuff like, "I'm sick of you putting a Burger King bag on my head." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a part of me that's like, I can't believe we're doing this.
What I like about it is that I'm laughing and going, well, I won't do that anymore. And he's going, you can still do it on air. And like today, I came in, I went to squeeze Eddie, went at 1 o'clock. I love those rules. Yeah. I love those rules.
Well, between the hours of 1 and 3 on a Saturday, you can squeeze his head, you can put a Burger King
I can't wait. It's terrible. Oh, dear.
That all started last week as well, really, because I got in a bit earlier to do an edit for you on some track that had swearing in it, right? Yeah. So I get in early, he comes in, first thing he does is go to sort of squeeze me head. And my reaction was, not now, do it later. As if it's all right to do it later. Yeah. So that's kind of what made me think this isn't normal.
We should just point out, when we say squeezing your head, what exactly does that mean?
I put my hand on the front. I do 2 experiments, right? Yeah. One is the side, because you can crush an egg sideways, so I think that's more dangerous. Right. And I actually put my elbows out, and I press like a vice, and I really go for it until it really hurts. And the front one it shouldn't hurt so much, if my experiment's right. I don't know.
Well, it was all this that sort of, built up.
Sure. And the research that you're doing there, Rick, is that going to be available online at some point?
Well, that was the problem. That's what I was saying to him, because it kind of started last week.
Well, it's been going on since we've known you.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, but I
just upped it last week.
It got out of hand a bit.
I upped it to when I think it got to ahead on Thursday when I filmed it.
That was it, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I brought in a cameraman to film me torturing him, and there was some people from the 6th floor being shown round.
Yeah, some management and that, showing probably clients round, sort of, they've probably been on all the different floors, same what all the different radio stations do. This is XFM, the sort of this sort of noise going on. Yeah. You see them all look down and saying, don't do that, right?
Sure.
They might want to spend a load of money.
Yeah. Right?
And he's doing that, he's wrestling with me, he's filming it. So that's when I just thought,
It's mad, isn't it?
And then when we were having the argument on the phone, I was saying, has this been some sort of experiment?
Yeah.
He did. He said that, and of course I lost it.
Yeah,
but it's all good now.
Do you want to squeeze his head before we play the next?
I won't at the moment, because we've got to get on. It's not right, and that annoyed me as well. Because I was trying to find out where he was going. I was filming him. I was going on waiting for Karl. Told Johnny he's meeting a mate at 6, which annoys me on 2 counts. And I'm just doing it to the camera. So I'm gonna follow him and just turn up and go, all right, where you been? But then when I came in, he went, I'm meeting a mate, and he told me where it was. So I told him that spoils my fun.
Of course. You'd want to just track him down.
I don't want him to like it.
Yeah.
Which is pulled the rug under my carpet now that he's going to let me do. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's a little bit annoying.
Right. Is this talking about diets and stuff? Right.
Go on.
They've come up with a drug that they tested it out on a mouse. Right. They said, it's a problem that weight is a big issue in the world, and, a lot of people are depressed, and that probably like Rick Waller.
Well, right? I'm depressed looking at Rick Waller.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, you could sort out Rick by, Jono is an old man, he's got loads of money.
He's not old.
No, but he's getting on a bit, right?
He's about
hang on a minute. What I mean is he does his own shopping, right? So I bet it's hard.
What do you mean?
Because he's like, how old is he? 35. Right, he's got loads of money. He does his own shopping. So when he goes to the supermarket and he passes, the sponge cake section, it must be tough when you've got loads of money to burn that you go, just one more.
Yeah.
One more.
We are getting close to libel here, I think.
No. But I'm saying how it is, because I've tried losing a little bit of weight.
Have you?
And it is difficult when you're in Waitrose and you see a little chocolate muffin and you think, well, one more and I'll do without.
Do you like a little chocolate muffin now and again?
Yeah, right.
Is that your favourite thing?
So the thing is,
let him finish his point.
So the thing is, right, now with Rick, he lives at home with his mum. So why doesn't his mum just say, I'm going to buy less this week, and if you eat it all, you're not getting any more?
Yeah.
That's sort that.
Does he live
short, sharp shop?
I bet he does.
So you don't actually know if this is true or not?
No, but anyway, right? So this drug they've come up with.
They've tested this on mice, haven't they? I'm worried if they haven't tested it on mice.
Thank God for that.
It's definitely been tested on mice.
Definitely.
They fed a mouse a load of cake.
Yeah.
Right? And it went a little bit chubby, and they said, right, stop a minute. And then they gave it this drug that makes you lose weight.
Yeah.
And its weight went down, but the only bad side effect was its eyes were popping out.
Well, that seems to be fine then. Let's give it to Jono. There doesn't seem to be any problem.
Oh, Rick should get some of that.
Yes, truth, Doc, look at these. Oh, Jesus, Jono, your eyes are popping out. That happened to the mice. Sorry? That happened to the mice.
But what
do you mean?
That's the option.
What do you mean that's the option?
So I love the fact that your choice is either be like a fat, happy man who has the odd sponge cake, or a stick man with eyes on stalks. I mean, Steve's chosen that.
All right, calm down. I thought we were slagging off Rick Waller and fat people.
Sorry,
Let's
mate.
have a go at the fat people before we start on me, Rick.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I forgot.
I mean, it's like...
Yeah.
Because I've got some issues and body issues.
I know.
But Rick Waller's grotesque, you know.
Yeah, sorry about
I'm
that.
just a little bit weird. I mean, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, should we play a song and...
Well, I'm just a little bit offended. That's upsetting. Karl, have you ever logged on to Friends Reunited? It was the site that everyone was talking about last year.
No.
Are you aware of the concept?
I've heard about it, but there's no one from school who'd want to hook up again, really.
So basically, for those that don't know, you have to log on to his website, and then you can it helps you track down your old schoolmates if they've also logged on and stuff. And we took the liberty, really, of looking on the Friends Reunited site and typing in your school and trying to track down any of your old mates. We didn't get in touch with any of them, don't worry.
We didn't do that.
We're not going to surprise you with them now.
No.
But I was just interested to know, like, some of your thoughts on some of the names that I could run past you. I mean, these are people from your year. Just tell me if you recognise the names. Sarah Morris?
God, yeah. Remember her?
Go on, you're grinning, what's the thought? Go on.
No, just, she was alright, she was a popular one.
What does that mean?
She was nice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, what about Darren Buckley?
He was one of my best mates.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What do you reckon he's doing now? Do you still keep in touch?
When my mum and dad were still in Manchester and they had a butty shop, he used to go in because the bookies was next door.
I know the way you paint a picture. If you did this in your history exam, Karl, you will walk it.
Go on. So your parents had a butty shop, there was a bookies next door?
Yeah, and he liked having a bit of a gamble, so he used to, I think he works for some insurance company.
Do you think that his fiancée Beth knows he's got a gambling problem? Or that his 2-year-old son Lewis?
No.
Yeah, they live in Cheadle Holme.
Hume.
Hume.
He must be doing well.
He's still supporting the Blue Army and frequents the shrine on a fortnightly basis.
Funny thing with him is, right, when I used to stay over at his house, and his dad was a copper, and I remember his dad came down and said, right, I want to see you two. I was like, oh God, what's happened? And got us round the table. And he said, do you know much about drugs? So we were like, what's all this about? So he goes, you know, they're not good for anyone, you know, they're stupid thing to get into. And we're like, yeah, we know. And he went, you know, do you? We said, yeah. He said, what's this then? And he'd found something in his bedroom, and it was a Skittle.
What, the sweet?
Do you know, little sweets with the S on it? And
Oh, really?
Drugs.
Yeah.
So he said, well, yeah, it's a Skittle. Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, he was bluffing like that as a slang word.
Yeah, he thought because he was a copper, he probably had to be down with all the terms and that. So we said, oh, it's a Skittle. And he said, yeah, I know what it is, but what's it doing in your bedroom?
Oh.
It was like, no, it's a toffee. So, Darren, now.
Yeah, I know, it's a toffee, it's a squib, it's a, yeah.
Well, do you know what happened to me on the way in?
Go on.
A homeless person called me a dickhead.
How did he know? Do you know him? Is that what?
He's like the local big issue fella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows me, he sees me walking up and down the street.
Oh, that's how he knew you.
Right. So normally I have a bit of a chat with him and that. And I walk past him. And, you know, I can be a little bit cheeky with him, because I've been cheeky with him in the past with stuff.
You pinched his arse?
No, just, you know, saying stuff like, God, you're always there, I mean, you got home to go to, and stuff like that.
Yeah, just breaking the ice, Go on.
He knows, and he laughed at that, right, last time, so I thought I can be a bit cheeky, right? So he goes, do you want a big issue? I said, nah. He said, come on, I've got loads of them, right? So I sort of said, when I was a kid, and I used to do a free paper around the free papers one, I said, just put them in the bin and go home, right? And he went, yeah, but how am I going to get any money doing that, you dickhead?
You see, I can see his point. He is homeless and having to sell newspapers to get 50p or a quid or whatever.
Yeah, and sometimes I treat him, right? And today I didn't have any money. I had a takeaway last night, and I normally give them £1, and I felt bad not being able to do that because I didn't have any money on me last night.
Right.
I couldn't look him in the eye.
Did you explain this to the homeless person, the traumas of the takeaway without the tip? Did you explain that, you've had it hard as well? I go, look, you don't
I had food delivered to my warm flat.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare.
You don't know what that's like. You don't know what the trauma is because you can't have food delivered to your flat because you haven't got one. So please don't look at me like that. You should have said.
But most people ignore him. At least I gave him a bit of acknowledgement and sort of...
took the mick.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was. I just was being friendly.
Yeah.
No, I know.
You got to be careful with the homeless because this is true, and when the clocks went back recently, so you got an extra hour in bed.
Yeah.
And I was at Cash Point with a friend of mine, and there was a homeless person sat by the Cash Point, and we were getting some money out, and she said spare some change, and my friend sort of, he's a bit awkward. He's just trying to make conversation with her. He went, "Oh, clocks go back. Extra hour in bed."
Oh no.
I gave her £2. I felt so bad. He didn't do it intentionally. He didn't realise what he said. Just making conversation. It's tricky making conversation with the homeless because there's so many areas you've got to avoid. What was on the telly.
Yeah. Although I get recognised by homeless people and think, are they? I don't know where.
Well, you got to remember that's very much your demographic, Rick.
Yeah.
People who watch TV through the window of Dixon's.
In Dixon's. Yeah, there was Ricky Gervais is on.
Yeah. Well, they can smell the alcohol on you. They think you're one of them.
You're listening to the best of, basically, Karl Pilkington.
Lloyd Cole. She's a girl and I'm a man. Good that, innit? On XFM, 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
As ever, Rick, there's always someone who steps in to defend Karl.
Okay, what is the defence? What is the defence?
Here's an email from Scott Coomer. He says, Karl is actually right. I've got an A-level in statistics and probability. It doesn't matter how long they have and how many monkeys you have. You cannot guarantee they would type the complete works of Shakespeare. Infinity makes it probably they would get it right, but not definite.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
No, you weren't saying, Karl. You don't understand it. Infinity sort of sorts it out. That if they do anything, they nearly do everything, won't they?
No, I mean they'll give it a good shot.
No, that's not the point. But the
I'd
point
be
is
surprised if they did one page right.
Right, listen. It's not to do with consciousness. It's not to do with them aiming.
They are just bashing away at the keyboard.
It's like they're used to show that there isn't consciousness. They chose the chimpanzee because it can type, presumably, hit the keyboard.
It's because they hadn't come across you at the time.
Yeah. It's to take out thought out of it. It's to take out reason and trying, right? It's just random. They're saying that if you typed enough things, if the computer was left typing everything, if you left it for an infinite amount of time, and they chose Shakespeare because there is meaning behind it, and it's difficult to get it exactly right, to show you that Infinity would come up with it's not just Shakespeare, it's every novel. It's everything.
Fairly eloquent there from Gervais. A quick riposte, please, from Karl Pilkington.
No, I'm just saying, what I don't understand, if it hasn't read it, then how does it know where it's going?
Listen, right, listen, right,
Can I
just explain to people, right? Some people have said, why are you cruel to Karl? He drives me mental with things like that. What do you mean,
let me just take a breather for a
How do I do your editing?
He keeps coming in the week. You know that I work here properly, in the week, don't I? Yeah, I've got a proper job, yeah? Should be 9 to 5, but I normally get in at about 8 o'clock and work.
A lot of people get in at 8 o'clock.
Working hard, trying to do my job. 3 times this week, I've been rushing around. I walked past my little studio. He's sat in there, alright? Now, because I've got this sort of job, I can get away with it. I said to him, if I was a doctor, would he keep coming to me practice?
If you were a doctor, there'd be severe problems with the NHS.
Imagine that.
The standards would have lowered so much if you can arrive at the hospital, you're a doctor.
We'll pop in, I'll go to lunch, don't we? We have a little lunch break, don't we? I go, come on, let's go now. He goes, I'm busy. I go, come on, let's go now. He's going, you're doing me head in.
Well, when I was talking about the monkey conundrum with Karl, he said to me, right, if I had a day off work, and I was, say, watching the TV, and with one hand I was typing a typewriter, would I type Shakespeare? I mean...
Yeah, but you see, there's certain things. We were talking a little bit about this stuff the other week, weren't we, when we said you were going on about Einstein, and I said he's not that good. E equals MC squared. It sounds good, but I've never used it and that.
I've never used it! You haven't used 2 and 2 equals 4, Karl!
The fella with an apple fell on his head. it could have been anyone sat under that tree. Do you know what I mean? It's just annoying.
Lucky. And Newton gets all the credit
do you know
for his laws of the universe.
Well, other people were working whilst he was having a lunch break under the tree. So in a way, it's like he didn't deserve to have that success story.
Again, forget the apple and the tree and whether he was sitting down having a lunch break. It's totally irrelevant.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's certain things that will just happen. You know, it's like, I think we were talking, when we were out eating the other week, we were talking about Noel Gallagher.
Well, this is reason the monkey discussion came up, right? Noel Gallagher.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Rick, I don't want to misquote Noel.
I'll be like Herbert Lom in Clouseau. I'm going to get a twitch whenever he opens his mouth. I don't know where to start with some of his statements.
Well, as I say, this discussion began because we were talking about a quote that Noel Gallagher supposedly gave. Now, I don't want to misquote Gallagher, but the gist of it was that he said, had I written Wonderwall or whatever, instead of the Beatles writing Strawberry Fields or whatever, I'd be the one that was considered the great songwriter and it wouldn't be the Beatles. You know, it's just the fact that they came first that meant that they get all the credit as being the greatest band.
I don't know where to start with that statement either.
I mean, that's Gallagher's thing, and he's, you know, well, whatever. We know what we think of that. What was your point, Karl? You agreed with him, didn't you?
Yeah, I reckon, right? Do you know we've talked about putting a baby in a room before and it'll know what colour it is and stuff? If you've got a room that's painted red, right? But forget that, because that's going to confuse
Hear him out.
Listen to me. Say if they did some new TV show, right? Like, what's that film with Jim Carrey in where the
Truman Show.
The Truman Show, right? So they make up a little room and some woman has some kids and you say, right, let's put the kids in this room, and they don't know what's going on outside. They don't know anything about, like, EastEnders and that. It's like their little world, right? They don't know anything that's gone on.
How could a child survive without EastEnders?
Right, listen. So, he's sat in the room, right? And then, when they're all asleep... Right,
wait for this bit.
Someone...
Have you heard this bit?
Wait for this bit. They're all in a room.
Yeah.
They're asleep.
Yeah.
Someone pops in, puts a guitar next to the bed. Right? Nips off out again. They wake up in the morning... And one of them goes, what's this? They don't even know it's a guitar because they've never seen one, right?
They're talking English, though.
Yeah.
We just left guitar out of the vocabulary.
Right, so...
There's plenty more to come.
So, one of them will pick it up, and they'll go, I don't know what it is, and they'll start strumming, they'll go, that sounds good, doesn't it? Give them a few weeks, they could come up with Hey Jude. Whereas, typing Shakespeare... A monkey that can't even spell.
I see that.
You can't answer it.
I might come with you, Rick, if that's all right.
We've got to sort out that Christmas special as well.
Yeah, no, sure.
Alright, I see that.
I'm shooting off then as well.
Cheers, Karl. In the week, I called Karl up. I said, how are you, mate? He went, not too bad. Now, as you know, his girlfriend's been away for ages, hasn't she? Covering the World Cup, the African Nations Cup. She's a sports journalist.
Well, yeah.
All right. Okay.
I love the fact you're thinking, what does that mean? Like, well, she's not much of a journalist, Rick, to be honest. I've read some of her stuff.
No, but she's not on air. She does stuff, you know.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sure.
A lot of journalists do. You always want to make clear that you're not going out with Kate Adie. That's what you want to make clear, isn't it? Yeah. Now, so she'd seen none of the meteoric rise of Karl as a broadcaster.
She's been away for the whole time since you've sort of become...
a wit.
Yeah.
A cult figure, to be honest. And he hadn't told her this, so, apparently he went home and she was sitting there, looking a bit grumpy, went, alright, so yeah. She went, should we go out then? She went, I'm not sure I want to go out with an idiot. Right?
Oh no!
Yeah. And she went, Loch Ness Monster. Why don't you just think, of course the Loch Ness Monster lives in Loch Ness. And she was giving a bit of a hard time. And she went, that's why that's why I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her really. Same thing happened when I was at school and I had to play drums in Little Donkey. I didn't tell my parents, right? But my dad turned up anyway. And what happened?
How old were you, Karl?
Well, it was the school that I used to go to.
Oh yeah.
You went. Well, you used to go to the school you used to go to.
No, but what I mean is, I didn't go to secondary, did I? So I missed a lot of that.
Sure.
But primary, I liked.
Oh,
it was all colouring in and stuff.
Yep.
And it was a Christmas play, and I managed to get a part in it. And,
did you audition?
No. Got a part in it, and I should have been playing the drums to the one about Kings. We
Three Kings.
Yeah. I was meant to be doing that, but Little Donkey came on, and it was one of the...
What do you mean came on?
That was like next up on the next song.
Right.
And it's one of them songs that you can't help sort of
tapping along to.
Yeah. Do you know, like if I was to go
yeah, you'd have to finish it with...
Yeah. Do you know that they actually send that into space?
Do they?
And
what, hoping that aliens will respond with that?
Yeah, they do that because apparently it is one of them things that you can't help.
What, even if you're an alien life form?
Yeah.
They know that, do they?
Yeah. But anyway,
what, because they watch Star Trek or something?
Hello. Knock knock.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Is it true? Like if you send out knock knock into space, they have to say
Oggy, oggy, oggy. Oh, that is great.
Seriously.
Hold on, what's something out there? What's a little green fellow? That is great.
Yeah, so anyway,
that is
Little Donkey is like one of them tunes that you can't, and I was there and he had the drumstick and I thought, oh god.
The drumstick!
I could feel myself. And anyway,
just wanting to do it, yeah.
I started going along and playing Little Donkey, which I wasn't meant to do. But it went down such a storm.
What, were there people like parents and that dozing off, and then suddenly they heard your version of Little Donkey, and they thought, wait a minute, now it's really picking up.
What do you mean?
I'm glad we paid £1.50 for this.
What do you mean it went down such a storm? I'm going, hold on, was it like when
People have
Ringo
lighters in the air?
It was like when Ringo joined the Beatles, now going, boo, Pete Best, but he went,
yeah,
and I went, whoa! Oh, God.
No, but the teacher just said, oh, it went down really well, you can do that again tonight.
Right.
When you're in it again. But anyway, so my dad was there, and
you hadn't told him about this performance, so he just turned up off his own back.
I never took the letters home and stuff to show my mum and dad because it just put me off. So anyway, he turned up. Don't know why. He must have heard from someone else's dad.
Yeah.
He turned up and he swore about me, which
did he?
I don't.
Could you use a word
that's allowed to be said? The word.
Of course it is.
Right. If you got a kid in the car or anything, you can turn it down now.
Yeah.
Right. But he said. There was a guy stood next to him with a camera, big video camera, filming it. And he said, yeah, film it, but try and avoid getting the twat in the hat in the shot. Because I had one of those porters, you know, the little round pork pie hats on.
Right.
This is so sad.
What, was this a nativity play?
It was about Jesus and stuff.
Yeah, well, there was a porter there helping him with his bags.
Of course there was, I forgot.
I mean, Mary and Joseph, they got there. Yeah, because it was the hope, you know, because the inn was full.
Yeah.
But I think the porter doubled up with the inn and the stable.
Right, that was nice.
So he
carry bags over, yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah.
You're right though, I don't know why I was wearing one of them. But I was. And
your father said that, and how did you know your father said that? Did you hear
it? About it later.
Oh, he told you about it later?
Yeah, I was talking about stuff I'd done at school, and he said, oh God, remember that, and I spoke to him the other day about it.
Right.
And,
oh God. So that was the end of your sort of drumming career, really? Because it could have been, I mean, you know, the audience loved it the night before. Yeah. You could have, like, been on, who knows, a whole new world for you.
Yeah.
Have you done any stuff?
I've never drummed. I wish I had, man.
That is
that's a movie story, but
is that, and that's why you don't tell, your mum and dad don't know you on the radio, do they?
I think when they were down the other weekend, they had to come in, I just said, I'll just go in and press the buttons.
Because they could listen on Sky Digital, couldn't they?
They could do.
But you wouldn't want that, would you?
I don't want that.
No. Play a record, and I want to talk to you again a little bit about this later.
Yep.
Right.
This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of. Bit of David Bowie. When's that ever at anyone, Steve?
Never.
Lady Stardust off Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Karl Pilkington is in the middle of educating me. Then, educate me.
Did I tell you the time when the doctor said I was going to die?
All right, keep talking.
Right, ages ago, must have been about 15, right? And at lunchtime there was this. We used to have a choice of stuff to do at lunchtime, right? We used to have like a burger place that had an arcade machine in it, right? So we used to go there and play on that and have a burger. Or there was this baker's, right, that my mum worked at, and did great cakes and stuff, right? So she used to like bring some home and that, but she couldn't always bring them home every night because, you know, they'd cost money, and she used to get them for free. And they used to say they'd rather chuck them away than give them to the staff because there's a chance that the cream might be off.
Right.
Right, so they used to chuck them round the back. So I used to go around the back with my mate and eat a load.
Brilliant. Scavenging, eating out of bins.
No, it wasn't out of bins. They were still in trays, but they just stacked them up near the bins, right? So this got out. I mean, it used to be chocker. Once the school found out, everybody used to go there, and it'd be like, well, have a cake.
The headmaster crawling through, fighting the kids off.
Right, so I'd have, you just eat, I don't know, 6 jam donuts or something, and then you'd spend your dinner money on the arcade machine.
Brilliant.
Right? So it was a good afternoon, really, right? So you'd do that, and this one day I must have had 6 or 7 jam donuts, a few Congress tarts.
What's the Congress tart?
I love them. I can't get them in London, right? So I'd have some of them.
If anyone can get a Congress tart for Karl in London, please let him know.
So anyway, this day, that was just a normal day. Do you know what I mean? You'd once, twice a week, you'd have a load of cake.
In your life, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
normal
anyway-
day in your life. Were the frog boys there with the webbed hands and the big heads?
So-
and the horse in the settee? Yeah.
But the day after one of these days, I had really bad cramp in my belly. Right? I was like in agony, could hardly walk. So I said to my mum,
You could hardly stagger to the free cakes.
So I was in absolute agony. I said, I don't like doctors, but you'll have to get a doctor in because I don't know what it is. I can't walk. She gets the doctor round. I won't say his name, but he said, well, doesn't look like he's got long left.
Blimey.
So I was a bit like, hang on a minute, I've only had a few cream donuts.
Yeah.
My mum was panicking.
Sure.
He went. My dad came in from work. She said, something's really bad with Karl. I think it's serious. The doctor said he ain't got long left. So he said, what? He said that and just left. So she said, yeah. He said, I'll have to call him then. So he called him up, said, what's all this about? Karl hasn't got long left. How long's he got? So he goes, I was only messing. It's just had some bad cream. Can you believe that?
Well, the thing is,
I like the fact your mum didn't ask any questions.
I know.
She didn't
But
go
she
into
doesn't-
detail. Can you explain more, doctor? No, I got to show off.
But she doesn't. She doesn't like talking.
I don't want to diss you or your family, but I imagine if I was there, I'd have known the doctor was joking.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, I sound very arrogant there, but I imagine he went, what's he been doing? Yeah, I had about 6 cream cones. Oh, right. Oh, wow. He hasn't got long to live then. I'll see you later. That's what I think the doctor did.
Yeah. I just like the idea your mum just let him go.
Yeah.
Terrified, thinking, well, I'm not going to probe him. He's that's it then.
Dad comes in. Hi, honey, I'm home. Anything happened? The doctor said Karl's going to die and then left. Did he? I'll call him.
But anyway, that's why these sort of things fascinate me. Rockbusters.
Yes.
I don't want you to have monkey news right now because we've just had a little story there.
Sure.
You don't want to, don't want to go too far. Yeah, go on.
So we'll get Rockbusters out of the way. Have we got a winner?
Come on then. See, it worries me that we've had very few entries. I think that even your mental fans aren't getting these, which is really worrying. They must be terrible clues this week.
All right, well...
Has anyone got them right, Steve?
I think there's just one guy, who I suspect has won in the past.
Well, so what?
Right, the first one. If you go out of France by boat, you might as well buy your fags when you're on that, because you'll get them a lot cheaper.
Brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
BF.
Yeah.
Buy it ferry. Right? That's like...
What?
Buy on ferry.
What?
Buy on
Ferry? What's that? Is that a band? What is it? I don't know what it is.
Brian Ferry.
Brian Ferry? What's that got to do with buying on a ferry, though?
Just because it's quite close to it. Buy on ferry.
What?
Buy on ferry.
Sorry,
That's the
what's your first language?
The second one.
That's rubbish. That doesn't count.
No,
Brian Ferry.
Brian Ferry, buy on ferry.
There's this little foreign cafe. It's growing its own steak. That's Delamitri. The third one.
What? Sorry, what? What is that? What is that? Delamitri.
Delhi is a little foreign cafe.
Yeah.
A meat tree and that.
A meat tree? A meat tree? What were the initials for that?
Just D for that.
Just D for that?
Yeah.
So not DA?
So you didn't even give him a chance to get the group?
Well, they got it.
Well, no.
No, they didn't. Right, it's the end. Go on, right. Go on.
Delhi meat tree?
Delhi meat tree. One word. D. Or any letter.
They're growing their own meat.
M's in it. Go on. Okay, so Bayern, I love Bayern Ferry. And Oxymusic was brilliant. I love Oxymusic. Go on.
Can I just point out, Rick, that we've had
David Bowie?
Delhi meat tree.
Yeah.
I don't see why necessarily Aidan, who emailed in, why he doesn't get to win, because he emailed in dire steaks. seems to be just as valid, as far as I can tell, but Delimitri it is.
And the last one, if there was a Jamaican fella on the Titanic...
I'm looking forward to this. With a little bit of fear.
Jamaican fella, if he was on the Titanic, he probably would have screamed this.
Yeah.
That's Christ de Berg.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Stunning.
So who's the winner?
I'm not going to give it to anyone. I just don't...
what's the Jamaican bit got to do with it?
Just the D. Just Christ de Berg.
Say it again.
No, I think they've worked it out now.
Say it again.
Christ de Berg.
And who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Who's what?
Who's Christ de Berg?
Chris de Berg. Who's the winner, Steve?
Do you know what? I'm going to give it to Ames because he just treated you with nothing but contempt. Steve Martin emailed in again. He got the first two, and then the last one he just emailed. I neither know nor care about this answer. I'm tempted to give him each one.
Do you know what you've done there, don't you?
Go on.
You've put the nail in the coffin of Rockbusters. I warned you for 3 weeks, and you sort of bucked your ideas up for a little while. But Christ de
Those
Berg,
are the worst you've ever done.
the worst. Delimitri. So and didn't it just put D, and then Bayern Ferry. Bayern Ferry. Bayern Ferry.
So, is that it then? Aren't we doing it
Play a
anymore?
record.
Aren't we doing it anymore?
I'm ashamed.
You're an idiot.
Are we doing it anymore?
I'm just going to keep saying you're an idiot.
Play a record.
Are we doing
Carl,
it
have you
anymore?
learnt nothing from Dr. Fox?
Yeah.
That's not a Sony out the window.
Aren't we doing it anymore?
What, you need to start working on it now because they're so good. You need to start working now for next Saturday.
Aren't we doing it anymore?
Just, I don't know.
Aren't we doing it?
Me and Karl went out, right? With me and Jane, Karl and Johnny and Gigi, wasn't it?
Gigi,
Is it important who went?
No.
Okay.
But we're walking on the street. Karl was there though, and he can back me up on this. We had a curry. We were walking back, and this little funny homeless fella, didn't he? He. I got to tell it before I go, didn't he?
Yes.
He came up to me, right, and he recognised it. And he came up to me and he went, oh, he said, I've just nicked 5 of your DVDs from HMV. And he shook my hand. He was so happy with it. And I went, right, excellent. He went, all I do is I just swing the bag over the top. Like that when I'm going out, and he had a bag full of DVDs, didn't he? And he was so pleased to tell me that he'd stolen. That great.
He said they're going like hotcakes.
Yeah, he said they're going up. Of course they are.
Yeah, you're nicking them.
I know. We get paid for them, though, don't we?
So not the stolen ones?
Don't we?
No. What do you mean? Did you sign them for him? I know you would, you idiot. What? So he just nicked 5.
Yeah.
Well, did he say he was homeless? Was he?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
No.
Surely, how would he have seen the show? He just walked past Curry's one
Dixon's.
morning.
Yeah, that's any idea.
Seen a trailer for it. Thought, interesting.
I don't know if he was homeless. I didn't go into his home life.
He shook his hand though,
but he made Karl look smart. Do you know what I mean? So, how does he sell them? Where does he sell them? Does he go up to people and go, do you want an office DVD? They're not nicked.
Yeah,
£4.
Yeah, exactly. Are these stolen? No.
They've still got the tags on them. That was the record before us, and here we are, pre-recorded, because we did this a few weeks ago, because we're not here at the moment, are we? We're away in that. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
And Karl Pilkington. Well,
he's not actually with us. He'll be in some of the best of clips that will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, this is just us, isn't it?
This is just us. We did this. When did we do this, Rick? A couple of weeks back.
Hold on, what is it?
It's the 27th today.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Christmas. I loved Christmas.
I loved Christmas.
I had a great time. What did you get?
Loads of presents.
So did
and
I.
I'm glad they made it to number 1.
I'm really glad.
Stroke, he, she.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the pop idols, Cliff Richard, Westlife, made it to number 1.
Bo Selector. Yeah, just delete that. Okay, well, we're going to play some of the best of, some of the greatest moments of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ever heard on XFM 104.9. What about this? Do you remember this one?
Oh, which one is it?
I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant. Over there, Karl Pilkington. The man who believes anything. I think it might be a condition due to his little round head. It's sort of like, it might be a new condition that we can call cranial spherity. And because it presses on his lobes, and the only sort of upshot of that is he's normal in every way, but he believes everything he reads or sees on Anna Nova. All right.
Talking of which, Rick, I don't really follow the news.
No.
It's mainly boring, isn't it? Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, it is a war. It's all this nonsense before and after. When it's a war, it's it's in the middle of the war. You can watch it on telly.
True.
You get results. You know what I mean? Like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a test match or something. But it's all this rubbish before and after. It drags on.
This recent war seemed, I thought, just generally, it was better presented than the previous one. Because I remember the first Gulf War, it was often during the night, and I couldn't stay up.
Yeah, because I think the American had rights to it, like the Tyson fight. So we had to get it at 2 a.m,
exactly.
which is annoying. They had, their prime time and that.
Yeah,
and a lot of it was in black and white, as when the bombs went in.
When the bombs going
so
this time there seemed to be a lot more colourful.
Yeah, it's much better coverage. I think there should win awards.
Yeah, well, I'd like
for
to see
it.
awards,
So like Channel 4 won for cricket.
Yeah, I mean, a few times as well, I was quite pleased to see they actually had footage of the bombs exploding.
Yeah. No, good. Well done.
Generally,
good on you. Well done. Good on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It costs a lot though, doesn't it?
It isn't a costly
War's
thing.
a lot more. When you got something like, a Jimmy Carr game show, which probably costs about $100,000.
Yeah.
Like half an hour war costs millions.
It's almost as expensive as like Terminator 3 or something.
Yeah. But I mean,
But then,
you got to have variety.
Exactly.
Sorry, Steve, you were talking, mate.
Well, no, I just wanted to make sure you're aware that the World Elephant Polo Championships have taken place.
I did get it. I think they mentioned it on. Yeah, we won, didn't we?
England won.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, where have they been practicing?
I don't know.
Do you remember ever at school anyone ever saying to you, "Are you interested in playing polo with elephants?"
Do you reckon it was 5 blokes in pith helmets kept sneaking into a whipsnade?
Possibly.
What are you doing, lads? We're practicing. Get down.
Yeah.
Get off them elephants.
Yeah. I didn't even know we had a team. I can't believe it. No, it's like Johnny Wilkinson and the rugby lads. They're going to get MBEs, all sorts. The elephant polo boys, nothing.
They're going to get nothing.
I haven't seen the son talking like them.
To be fair, it's not like horse polo where I don't think there's a stick long enough. I think the elephants kick it, don't they?
I think you might be right. I think they're not allowed to use their tusks.
They burst it, weren't they? They go,
start again.
Raheem!
Yeah.
What do you mean the elephants kick it?
All right, I've opened a can of worms here. Normal polo on a horse, they have like
mallets.
Yeah, they whack them, right? But I think it's obviously they're too high up. I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they just train the elephant to kick it.
So why are people talking about? Why not just let them have a kick about without?
Imagine that! And why does horse racing have to have a jockey? Well, they just let the horses go on. Okay, lads, no cheating. On your marks, get set, go. Get back here. Get back here. Brilliant. Yeah. Play record.
Right, Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic.
His version of Wonderwall. If you've not heard it yet, you'll be loving it.
You'll be loving this. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
There's a fella who was in a coma for 20 years. Just they kept like taking him through like the normal day. They take him to Alton Towers and stuff. Doesn't know anything about it. Just kept going through the motions. Don't know if they kept charging him. Kept putting him through all that. He eventually came out of it. 20 years.
And went, stop taking me to Alton Towers, it's shit.
I just thought, imagine how much post he had. How much post?
Oh,
did you read about that guy in the paper, Karl? He, sorry, on the internet. He in about, I think it was about 1984, 85, he had a terrible car accident.
But this must be it.
He went into a coma.
This must be what he's talking about.
Well, they didn't take him to Alton Towers.
Of course they didn't. But you've got to try and decipher the truth from the conjecture, from the thing that I mean, don't forget, Karl realises that he's had a dream. He talks to Susanna, he goes, that was good, wasn't it, last night we were in the plane? She goes, no, that's a dream. He goes, oh yeah, where's my cornflakes? You got to, I mean, I can now decipher what he's actually seen, what he's read.
Well, go on, what did you...
Well, I'm assuming it's the same guy.
It is the same guy.
It was a guy in some small American town, and he'd had a car crash, and he'd gone into a coma, and his wife had left him. She'd gone on with her life, because he'd been in a coma since then, and he had just woken up recently.
Marriage wasn't working.
Marriage wasn't working. He just wasn't paying enough attention. She was pregnant at the time, and so now his daughter is basically the same age as he was when he went into the coma, and he's just started coming around. He's just started making jokes. They said, how do you feel? He said horny, which I thought was quite witty for a man who'd been in a coma for however many years. But anyway, so he's slowly trying to rebuild what life he can.
That's
what do you make of that, though? Because the thing is that he's missed. Imagine what he's missed, Carl. Imagine the music that he's missed. The
Live
TV
Aid.
programs.
Missed Live Aid.
Live Aid.
He missed Phil Collins playing in 2 continents in one day.
Frankly, I'd be devastated if I discovered that.
Missed Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't. So he put on ripped jeans and they go passe.
They just have to send him a series of those I Love 1986 programs with Kate Thornton filling him in on what he's missed.
Exactly. Peter Kay reminding him of space operas.
Yeah,
he remembers those.
Talking rubbish.
Yeah. So
extraordinary though, isn't it, Carl? To think. No, obviously.
So had he aged much? Because he hadn't had any problems or anything. No worries.
Well, he probably wouldn't have, physiologically, he probably wouldn't have the wear and tear of a 43-year-old man. Because he wouldn't have had sun, he wouldn't have had sort of nicotine, beer.
Unless they were just feeding that to him.
Anyway, still. Yeah. Yeah.
So you'd feel groggy though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you might feel a bit groggy, yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's not fully back to normal. I mean, there's some kind of residual brain damage.
Yeah. But
nevertheless, he can form sentences. He's got no real memory, so he can't remember a lot of things.
It was just when I saw
Carl, have you been in an accident? The brilliant Blur, Out of Time on XFM 104.9.
One of my favourite singles of the year, and that's another thing. We'll be playing our favourite singles of the year, as well as our favourite clips of our own show.
Rick, I imagine if people have got a bit of Christmas money, they're wondering what they can spend it on.
Office DVD?
Well, other than that, these guys have got some ideas.
What, adverts? Brilliant. Placebo, Bitter End on XFM 104.9. This is pre-recorded. We recorded this a couple of weeks ago, before Christmas. Hope you had a great Christmas. If you didn't, not our fault, really, is it?
Nothing to do with us.
Would have thought we'd have.
We're well over time because we've got plenty of cash now, thanks to a lot of you who probably bought the Office DVD.
Yeah,
probably got
and
that.
If you haven't yet, and you've maybe got vouchers or money, still available.
Still there in the shops.
Still available. You can still make it the best-selling DVD of all time.
Please do.
Yeah. Please do. I'll tell you what you want to hear there before you make your mind up. I'll tell you what, if you like this next clip, go and buy the Office DVD. I think you will. It's a brilliant clip.
It's the one where we talk about, well, it is self-explanatory.
Yeah. What's the best job you've ever had still, Carl? Talk like about it. Is still
paper round.
Is it still the paper round?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, it was good though. If you look at it, like, you know, what I liked about it, you're your own boss.
No, you're not. You're not your own boss.
No, the guy who runs
news
the news
agent is your boss.
Alright. But then once you get out and you've got your papers and that, you sort of, you're on your own.
You want as long as you deliver the papers exactly to the places he said you are in the time he said.
Yeah.
It's freedom, isn't it? Any jobs you wouldn't do? I've just thought of one that you wouldn't do.
Go on.
With your sort of mild homophobia.
Well, I'm not.
Proctologist.
What's that?
Basically sticking your finger at other people's arses.
Right, well, I wouldn't do that, no. Why have you got to do that?
What do you mean, why have you got to do that?
Why does anyone need that doing?
Because they got to look if they've got an arseache or something.
Which trainee doctor makes that their speciality?
Do you know what I mean? That must be, right, we got a place for proctologists, and it's you, Meadows. You came last.
Oh, seriously, what? I'm not the arse doctor, am I?
Yeah, you came last.
Oh, I'm a bum GP. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you got to, I can't believe this.
Yeah. Tell you a job I don't like.
What?
I wouldn't want to be doing. The woman, there's a little woman who sits in the little snack stall on Finchley Road.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to describe it really. She is surrounded by snacks. She can't move for snacks. It's
Does it look like American Beauty, but with different...
Not dissimilar to that. Yeah. It's a little hut on the station. And it's like, if you go to the seaside, you can put your head through one of those cardboard cutouts and it looks like you're a big fat person, whatever, and you can have your photo taken. It's like an equivalent of that, but it's just snacks everywhere. She's got bananas up to her chin. She's got chocolate coming down to her eyes, crisps either side of her. She can't move. She can't do 360 degrees. She's like packed in there. I don't know how she gets in there.
I think they put her in there first, and pour in the bananas.
Yeah.
And then they go pour in the nuts.
She has 2 hours of makeup before they
open. Yeah.
Dressing her in there. Because I'll ask for something from the fridge, and she cannot turn her head to see. She has to go by feel alone, just to feel the fridge and get stuff out and pass it. And often I'll say, that's not what I wanted, but she can't. You've got to let her off. It's extraordinary. Dear. But there's no music playing.
Does she have to sell her way out of it?
Exactly.
If it's a slow day, she's stuck there till the next day.
Yeah, it's like a world-breaking attempt.
Yeah. Carl, what job wouldn't you want to do? Well, any job. You're a lazy...
You're joking, aren't you? I've done loads of stuff. I'm quite happy now doing what I'm doing.
Yeah? You look happy.
Trying to think.
You sound happy.
Yeah, I mean, calm down. You on drugs?
I'm all right.
Are you on E?
Before England have won and that. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, go on. Happy for them.
I'm happy in that.
Yeah. What do you mean happy for them? We are England. Happy for us. Yeah. I mean, we didn't play. I did very little towards it. No. It was mainly Johnny Wilkinson.
Yeah, I barely contributed. Switching on the TV was about as much as I did.
Exactly. And shouting, "Come on!"
Yeah.
Talking about jobs and that, though, I was reading the other day about rubbish jobs that people have had and stuff.
I haven't got time when I'm at work, man. I just get on with it. I'm not squiddly diddly. Fingers in pies, different jobs. Go on.
Do you know Ivor the Terrible?
Ivan. His Russian. Yeah, that was the Welsh fella who was bloody awful, but not as bad as his Russian cousin, Ivan. Go on.
He had a fella doing some work for him. Right, this fella built his house. After it was done, right, the terrible fella was like,
fella Ivan.
He was going, "Oh, it's brilliant. You've done a good job there.
Yeah.
I don't want you to build another one like that." Took his eyes out. Just stopped him making an house like that. Yeah.
Blimey.
That's bad, isn't it?
Why didn't he take away his trowel? Then he could have seen, but he couldn't have built a house without a trowel. You can't build a house without a trowel.
Yeah.
I suppose he probably later thought that once he'd been nicknamed Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah.
He thought, why? Because you gouge people's eyes out.
Yeah, but I didn't want to build another house.
I know, but
take his trowel away. What would I have been then? Ivan the Crafty at most.
Exactly, yeah.
Ivan the Jealous, Ivan the spoilt brat. But Ivan, gout someone's eyes. That is bloody terrible. I'm surprised you're not called Ivan the... Do you know what I mean?
You're going to go down in history like with Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
He's mainly remembered for impaling people.
Yeah, he did a lot of other stuff.
Did a load of great charity work he did.
The impaling is the thing that's really gone down in history. When were you reading about Ivan the Terrible?
No, it's just
or Ivor the Terrible is the thing you remembered from this informative article?
No, it was just little bits like that. Talking about him, there was a thing about someone who worked for that fella who painted the ceiling.
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, there was a thing. A woman who worked for him in his house, and
I love how you assimilate information when it's just bordering on the academic, or just the interesting and true. It's wonderful. Ivor the Terrible gouged someone's eyes out because built him an house. That fella who painted that ceiling had a woman work for him. Imagine if you wrote that down in an essay. Imagine if you wrote that in a school essay.
Well, you'd probably end up with not getting a grade, or
thinking you turned out to more than you had.
Exactly. Anyway, the woman who lived with
the woman who lived in a shoe. Go on.
Yeah, there was this woman who lived with him, and she used to go out and do all this shopping and that.
Yeah.
But because she couldn't read or write, he used to have to draw everything that he wanted.
Why couldn't he just tell her?
I don't know.
No, wait. That's an excellent point. Could she talk?
Yeah, but if it's a big list and that, loads of different coloured paints.
But why couldn't she draw on a piece of paper? Why did he have to do it?
Because he's a better drawer, isn't he?
That's the point. That's it. We were just looking for the logic of the story. You found it.
You've done it. Play a record. He's a better drawer. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
I'm amazed that these are the highlights and that we've strung it out this long, Rick.
But the good thing about this is, we're not here, we recorded this a couple of weeks ago, just the links, right? This has taken us about 10 minutes for the whole show. We get paid the same. Why don't we do this every week?
That's a great idea. High five.
Listen to this clip, it's brilliant.
I think that my new TV is too big, Rick.
I said that.
I know,
when he
I
bought
don't know
it.
what I was thinking.
But I can't believe it. He talked about this buying it. He's got a bit of cash now, of course. And what is it? 42 inches? 42-inch plasma screen. What did it cost you? $3,000 or something?
Don't tell. That's
wow, it's ridiculous. $3,500. Big spender. Of course, it's too big.
Well, I can't get far enough back in my room, in my living room, for it.
You're meant to be, I think, 4 times the screen size away from it.
Really?
To get out from the air. So that's 4 times 42 inches you're meant to be sitting away from it, which is impossible.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to just get friendly with the neighbours.
Yeah, watch it through a hatch.
Yeah. If that's the case, though, are you better off just getting a portable?
What?
I don't understand that rule. What are you saying?
Well, you're meant to be 4 times the screen size away from the TV.
But then what's the point in having a big telly if you've got to keep moving further back? get a portable
and sit right next to
it.
Do see your point. Why do people go to the cinema then?
Did you see films that are out yet?
Fair enough, he's got you there.
Done.
I'd tell you this though, I had it delivered, and are you supposed to tip delivery men?
Of course you are.
I don't know. I've never had anything delivered before. I don't know much money.
Not if it's a courier with an envelope, but if it's a bloke who's struggled up the stairs, two fat blokes with a fridge, then give him a $5 for a drink.
But the problem was, I didn't realise, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I've got to tip him. And the guy was leaving, and my mobile phone went off in my pocket, and I reached in to get it. He put his hand out thinking it was a tip. I went, it's just my phone. And I felt terrible after he left. I didn't know. What was I going to do? Run down the street and offer him a $5?
No,
of course not.
No,
I'm not made of money. I just spent it on TV.
Yeah, I've got no money, mate. Yeah. I just spent it all on this. I had to clean out my jar, everything, the drawers.
Yeah, I'd take some bottles back.
The
problem was, it took me forever to wire it in. I thought, I'm not going to pay for someone to wire it up, So it took me about 3 hours to wire it in, and it was huge, and I got it switched on. And the first programme that was on when I got it wired in was Bargain Hunt. I'll tell you this, David Dickinson's tan almost took me eyeballs out. It was incredible. It was like X-rays.
So
the
close. A huge plasma screen with this orange thing coming out, and he keeps turning to the camera, doesn't he? Just to get you. Yeah, he turns away. You get a bit closer. They go, "What's he doing?" He just turns around, takes the cornea off.
What do you think, Bargain Hunters? Bargain Hunt.
Oh dear, that's why I'd buy a plasma screen to watch Bargain Hunt.
I mean, it's ludicrous. This is the problem, is because what do you watch?
I mean, have you watched anything that's been worth having?
The only thing I've watched really worth watching.
24.
Well, 24 works great, but also films. Obviously, that's the main reason I bought it, because films just look amazing on there.
Yeah, DVD on the plasma screen.
If you're into films and that, it's just that I only, I've just got the 5 channels and flicking about, and I'm not impressed. I mean, I can understand why more people listen to radio and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, not this one, but go on.
Well, when was it? When was the last time I sort of sat down and had time, because I'm always busy doing stuff and that.
Sure. Moaning takes up about 3 hours a day.
When did Wimbledon finish?
A couple of weeks ago.
Right. Found myself sat there, right? I'm not having a go. I know we stopped Cheeky Freak of the Week and all that, right? So I'm not going to be having a go.
Christ,
I sat there.
I'm scared.
No, I'm not having a go. You've always got to remember that.
Go on, just get on with it. Get on with it. I'll apologise after.
I'm just saying, watching Wimbledon, it wasn't, one of the major games. It was little fellas in a wheelchair having a game.
Little fellas in a wheelchair.
Right.
But for me, I mean, great. They're doing a sport and everything. Don't put it on the telly.
What was up with it?
There wasn't like a rally going on. No, do you know what I mean? Do you know normally,
Christ.
like with the well, not to Endman, but with some of the other with some of the other players and that, they're playing for ages, aren't they? It's like, who's going to win this and that?
Yeah.
None of that. It was just like, hit it, net.
Oh Christ! Oh God! I don't know what to do.
And people would like sat there watching it as well when they've got other games going on in there. That's what I couldn't understand. If you've paid your money to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, good on them if they. Do you know what I mean? But it would have been.
And they all start first in the marathon.
I just thought it would have, give them a game of swing ball or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I understand.
Oh, God.
There's never anything
XFM in the community.
Let's play a tune. Ricky Gervais, Ricky Gervais.
Don't put my name to this last link. Don't put my name to this last link.
Ricky.Gervais, xfm.co.uk. Oh. Magic, Virgin, if you're listening, we are available probably sooner than we thought.
That was Radiohead and They're There. We're Not Here, alright? Pre-recorded. Coming up is one of Karl's little film things where he puts himself into a film. It's his favourite film. It's Kes. Enjoy it. I love the fact that in pole position, in positions 1 and 2 of his favourite films of all time, it's The Elephant Man and Kes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Go on.
Alright. Am I leaving the mics open a bit when this is going out?
Yeah, let's have a listen.
Yeah? Alright. So don't talk then, right?
Just put that hot dog down, Rick.
And this is the bit in Kes where it's the teacher and he gets up and he has to
Glover.
talk.
What's his name? Is it Brian Glover?
No, it's
What's
the other teacher.
The other one.
Anyway.
Oh, go on.
Alright, so here we go.
Things that had actually happened. I've got another one. What about you, Casper? Casper!
Alright.
Alright? You haven't been listening to a word I've said, have you?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah, you.
Some of it?
Just.
Stand up. Always somebody, isn't there? Right, now you're going to tell us a story about yourself.
What sort of story?
I want you to think of an incident that happened to you sometime in the past that is true and that you think will interest the rest of the class. All right?
Right. What about I work on a radio show at the weekend.
Well, are you going to tell us about it?
I'll just do. It's 2 hours, and it's with Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, and just sort of play music and tell stories and stuff.
What kind of stories?
Well, whatever. Like last week, it was science. We were talking about this lad who was growing a knob on his arm, so it's weird. It's tricky, sir, because like with Ricky, he gets bored quick and he won't listen to the stories, and he'll start squeezing my head.
All right. I'm not interested in what he does.
That isn't normal, is it, sir? That. I mean, it sure is a bit gay.
Is he?
Just messes about, though. Do you know what I mean? I try and like come up with good stuff, like monkey news and like quizzes and stuff, but then he'll just, Ricky will just mess about. I mean, on Saturday he did it again. He squoze me head.
How do you spell that?
Squoze. S-Q.
What are you going to show us on the wall? This is a new word to me.
Squoze is S-Q-U-O-Z-E.
Right, now tell us what it is.
It's when he gets me head and he puts one hand on the back of it, right? And he puts the other hand on the front of it and he just sort of swivels it.
Swivel, right down the front.
Oh, swivel's not it's spelled S-W-I-D-R.
How many times a day?
How many times a day does he swells it? It depends what time he gets in. If he gets in about 12:30, he could get a good 3 in. But I think I don't really want to talk about.
You've done enough, don't you? Well done, Billy. Big hand of applause.
That is the effort.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the best thing you've ever done, Karl. Darkness growing on me. Love that. Love the darkness. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
Now, Rick, you may remember that last week we opened with some quality knob news.
Knob news, yeah.
It was
Hitler's knob.
Hitler's knob was one of them. That just sparked off into a whole bunch of other kind of knob-related discussions.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased so far to see that we're almost at the halfway mark for this first hour. And so far we've only talked about nudity and/or todgers.
Yeah.
So excellent work from us. Well done, lads.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Dr. Fox and the rest of the Sony award committee listening to this one.
Yeah.
But more knob news. I don't know if there's a jingle for that, maybe.
You nearly had the eye out. Knob news.
Knob news, excellent. This is an extraordinary story. A woman tried to sue her bosses for £210,000 after finding a cooked penis in a canteen stew. Hospital cleaner Sophie, I can't pronounce that name, was eating goulash for lunch and could not cut one of the lumps of meat. You can see where it's going.
I've got so many questions already.
I know. She picked it up and tried to chew it, but it was too tough. Then she inspected it with workmates, who all agreed it was a penis. Imagine that discussion.
Yeah.
Miss McLata said she vomited for the rest of the day, instantly became a vegetarian, and had to have psychiatric help. It's not known whether the organ was from a human. The case continues.
Well, it can be found out, so that's one thing. Obviously, the doctors aren't confused. They're not going, I don't know, I've never seen one like it.
Yeah.
Also, why is she eating goulash?
I know.
I mean, that is my first question. Why?
Yeah.
You got lunch. What do you want? I fancy some goulash.
Yeah. Some gooly lash.
Gooly lash,
Thanks very much indeed.
Lancashire cockpot.
Oh,
is on the menu.
Brilliant.
Only £5.50.
Wangers and mash.
I'd love some wangers and mash, please.
Cock o' van.
Cock o' van.
It's already done for
There's wangers and mash, cock o' van, Lancashire cockpot.
That's just off the top of our brains.
Yeah.
So if you've got any of your own, keep them to yourself. We're not interested. What do you make of that knob news?
And it's in a hospital.
Yes, it was. No, hospital cleaner. You're right.
Oh,
cleaner.
God. I know how your mind's thinking already.
There's been a mix-up.
There's been
kind of mix-up?
I love that. What, some bloke's gone in, some lesbian's gone in, wanting a sex change, she's got a carrot for a cock.
Stewing steak.
Stewing steak. Oh, that would be great.
XFM. 50 Cent in Da Club on XFM 104.9.
We're playing our favourite singles of the year, and we're looking back over some of our favourite clips of the year. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Not done a lot. Maybe you should earn your money as you get to Mondays off for this 2 hours of nonsense.
What are you on about? I've done loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, same old.
Yeah.
Let's have something new, something fresh.
Well, I've been looking around, right, on the internet for stuff.
Yeah.
On the internet?
Yeah.
Your Bible, where you get all your information about the world and the universe and morality from.
And you know, like, how I always say to you, I don't really read that much of it, I just read the headline.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
Anna Nova have sort of nicked that idea to grab you.
Nicked what idea?
Well, to sort of get to the meat straight away at the top. Do you know what I mean? The headline to the story and everything.
What?
Right, these are stories.
But the headlines already existed. That was why you thought that was a good idea?
Not like this, though.
All right.
Headline. Well, these are all headlines, right? Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
You don't
Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling.
Yeah, that's the story. You don't need to read on. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
right?
could you read on anyway?
Can't be bothered.
Read on anyway.
Well, you have a look at that in a bit, right?
So what this is frustrating radio if you're sitting at home.
No,
well, it's not on. They've turned it off.
If you want to know more, you know where to go. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should do in the news. Get the news done in a minute.
There's a good story about Iraq.
Right.
Bong.
Right.
Look it up. Look it up on the internet.
Right.
Anna Nova.
Give us another bong.
Bong.
Family sick of living on Butthole Road.
Oh, brilliant. Bong.
Man wears same shoes for 60 years.
Oh, bong.
This isn't that good. Some fella pulls a train with his teeth.
And in lighter news.
I love that. General Donald, this one isn't very good.
And the last one, man fails to break clothes pegs on face record. She's always good. Well, that's the one I did read on about.
I love that, all those. That's the one he went on about. Go on then.
Just
why is that news? He fails to make a record. So did I today.
I know, yeah.
I failed the long jump record today.
Yeah. Didn't even take part.
No, I was rubbish.
But what are the rules on world records and that?
I don't know if there are rules. There are certain things you can't. I mean, it's the Guinness Book of Records, isn't it? Really, that's the arbiter, isn't it?
Yeah, but is there anything, if you said you wanted to do it, would they say, well, you can't do that?
Yeah, they've stopped some gluttony records. Obviously, things that are in danger. It's anything that's illegal. Yeah, anything that's immoral.
Yeah, like that American serial killer that just got discovered.
Yeah.
Having killed 47 women. I don't think he can make that into the Guinness Book of Records.
No, because people would be trying to beat it, won't they?
But there was some other story about a fella eating watches and that. That can't be good for you. So why don't they say, look, don't do that, do something else?
He wanted to stay regular.
Do you know what I mean? Though? I just wondered.
What do you mean he was eating watches?
He just said he was eating watches. He got about 3 in about a minute.
How would he time it?
Do you know what I mean, though? And then the other thing is the one that I was reading, the world record with the fellow who's pulling a train with his teeth. Does that make any difference that he's done it with his teeth?
What do you mean?
Well, what difference does it make?
Well, isn't it? It's quite hard to pull a train with your teeth, I imagine.
Well, it's pretty hard to pull a train. All I'm saying is it because he couldn't beat the fella who's pulling it with his hands?
Well, this is my point. I think there was one bloke with a record for the running backwards 100 metres was sort of like 11 and a half seconds. And I was thinking, turn around, you'd probably have a really good go at that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like doing a marathon with a milk bottle on your head. Take the milk bottle off and see how fast you can go, you twat.
But you can just tweak it, like the fella who has done the pegs on the face, right?
Yeah.
His name's Gary Stretch Turner, right?
Right.
So he's sort of cheating already if he's got a stretchy head, right? But
you are, right, you are one of the most stupid humans I've ever met.
Well, get me in the book. Yeah. Right? Well, listen. So Gary Stretch Turner, right? His record is 153 pegs.
Yeah.
He did it again, and he only got 150 on. So he hasn't broke his own record.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if he tweaked it a bit more, would that make a new record?
What?
Well, if he said, I've got 150 pegs on, but at the same time as eating a burger.
I see what you mean, yeah. He'd be the world record breaker for pegs and eating burgers at the same time.
Yeah, just change it a bit. If you know you're not going to make it, just do something else.
I'm assuming the rules are set at the beginning, Carl. That's it. That's where they say, right, you're just going to do the pegs thing. You're not going to introduce burgers halfway through, are you? Definitely not. And then they have a go.
I was on one leg, not interested. How many pegs? 150.
Can I just ask very briefly, I was quite interested by the family had to move because they lived on Butthole Road.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
I don't know if I've told you before, Rick, where I used to live. I'm not going to tell you the name of the street that I used to live on, not on air, because my parents still live there and I don't want, But I'm going to write it for you now. This is the genuine name of the street I used to live on. Just imagine when you're at school.
Yeah.
And like in class, for instance, in French, you've got to say, you've got to answer where you live.
Yeah.
J'habite, wherever.
Yeah.
That's the name. This is actually the name of the street we lived on.
No, it's not.
I swear to God.
That is...
Absolutely right. I could phone my father now and he could confirm that for you.
No,
I swear
because he doesn't want
to God. And I'll tell you that...
But listen, do you know what worries me? It's the apostrophe S.
I know.
Because that's blatant.
Yes. Amazing, isn't it?
That is incredible.
But imagine how embarrassing
So if I look that up in the Bristol...
You will find that in the Bristol A to Z. I swear to God.
That is really... Why have you never told me that before?
I can't believe I haven't.
That's
I'm
incredible.
still embarrassed now. Do you know, whenever I have to phone up, if I have to give that address, I always spell it instantly.
Really?
Like, somehow that'll hide it, that'll disguise the name.
But I can't get over that.
Anyway, if you perhaps live in Tits Avenue, or...
Wankling Drive.
Wankling Drive, just get in touch. Let us know, we're not really interested.
This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of. I know what you're thinking. If this is the best, my Christ... What was the rest like? Well, we'll be back in a week's time, so you can judge it for yourself live. But anyway, in the meantime, this is one of the best clips I've ever heard.
I'm laughing just thinking about what it might be.
He said this, oh God, it's like a child or a cat when it's confused. He went, Steve reckons in ancient Greece, right, it was better to shag a bloke than a woman. And I went, well, yeah. I mean, that's about the male being sort of a first-class citizen. Yeah. Much better, wasn't it? An aspiration to sleep with a beautiful man than a beautiful woman.
Women were lower-class citizens, so therefore men were seen as higher class. So to have sexual relations with a man, there was no shame in that. No. In fact, it was looked upon.
And I said, well, ancient Rome. I said, Nero, he'd sit in his big jacuzzi and he used to get, pretty boy men to just go into the water and just nibble at his testicles while he was having a watch.
Do that.
He did. Yeah.
And he's not a gay fella.
No, well, no. I mean, I don't know about Nero, but I mean, it wasn't a case of a big delineation between what was heterosexual and what was gay. It was just, whatever you...
So what did this fella do then? This one who's having his...
Well, he was pretty much top boy, Nero, for a while.
He was in charge.
And, and you did what you're told. If Caesar or...
But why were people going round there? Why didn't they go, oh...
No, they weren't dropping in. It wasn't like the door was opening. I was going to see what Nero's doing. You'd have probably been like a delivery boy or a stable boy or something, and you'd have popped round there and you'd have gone, there right, Nero, there's the tablets of stone you wanted. And they go, Pilkington, why you are here? Pop under... I don't know why he's French.
What is that?
I don't know why he's French. Just pop under the water and nibble at my testicles and you'd have done it.
Because he was Nero.
I wouldn't.
He would have.
Well, there's no way I would have done.
Yeah, well, you would have.
What have I done? I've dropped a pizza off.
Yeah, you put around to Nero's place with the pizza.
Right, I'd say I've done my job.
Yeah.
That's not the sort of tip I wanted.
No, he'd have said, get the little baldy chap to nibble at my testicles, and you'd have been under the water.
I wouldn't have done it.
Well,
you would have had me head under the water.
I
wouldn't have done it.
Can I just say this, Steve? Not only would you be nibbling at his testicles, you'd have been going mad. You'd have been noshing him just for extra. You'd have had You'd have been doing everything he wanted. You'd have been going, he'd have gone, I didn't ask you to do that. You'd have been going mental. They'd have been chewing, slurping, smacking, poking. You'd have chopped, you'd have gnawed his packet off. You think you're eating Walker's crisps? There'd be bubbles, there'd be flood. Oh, it would be horrible. That was Bowie and Waterloo Sunset. Love that. Love the original. Love Bowie. Bowie was my gig of the year. These are my singles of the year. These are our clips of the year. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant. We're just picking some lovely little bits and pieces.
Do you remember when we talked about this?
That's the sort of thing I think we need now, right? We've covered a lot of stuff.
What, education?
Teaching, yeah.
Well, okay, what do you want to know?
Don't know.
Have you got something? Can you educate us on anything?
I've been reading bits.
So could we bring back just for one night only, educating Ricky?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you think it warrants that?
I don't know enough about it. You know what I mean?
About what?
It sounds perfect. Play the jingle.
Educating Ricky. He's getting smarter.
A couple of things happened in the week that I read about.
Okay.
Keeping up on what's going on in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
One was about that Galileo fella.
Okay.
Was it about 1636? Was it?
I think it might have been earlier.
Bad.
Go on.
Did some stuff with light and that.
Yeah, he did lots of physical experiments, yeah.
Is that it then, Carl, is it? He did some stuff with light and that.
What did he do with light? What was that?
Well, I think he invented the first...
Telescope?
Telescope. So I think it's a particular lens, though, and he did experiments where he dropped famously two different weighted balls from Pisa, and they hit the ground at the same time, showing that it doesn't matter, the weight doesn't matter, but air resistance does, and stuff like that.
I think he probably explained it a bit better than that.
Yeah, but I'm talking to Karl.
Sure.
Did they need to know
He's
stuff?
just thinking about pizza.
Yeah.
Did they need to know stuff like that back then?
What do you mean, did they need to know stuff like that? It's just...
There weren't people going around going, I've got to drop these two things off the Leaning Tower of Pizza. I just don't know which one's going to land first.
Yeah, I need to know. Why do you need to
Bring
know
me
that?
Galileo.
Yeah.
It's for a bet.
Yeah.
No, but if I was knocking about then, I'd be like, stop messing with that. We need a telly. Or, do you know what I mean?
I bet he thinks the Flintstones is real.
I know.
That'd be brilliant. That's what I'd do if I was a caveman. I'd make a telly out of rock.
Yeah.
And a pelican
and a
as
car
a cement
that I just
mixer.
ran along the road with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need a car.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't really got the internal combustion engine. Can you stick your feet through the bottom? Yeah, just get me a car, for Christ's sake.
Anyway, so I learned that. And then...
What?
You learned his name.
Yeah.
Other people I learned the name of this week.
Oh, if a chimp could watch telly. Go on, Karl, go on.
And there was also a fella in the week who said that women shouldn't be wearing trousers.
Why?
Because they don't look good in them. What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
These are the only things that have caught your eye over the last couple of weeks. This is the entire news.
Galileo did something with light. A French fella said women shouldn't wear trousers. See, that to me wouldn't pass as education.
It's not education.
I don't know where you could ever use that. I don't know when that would ever be applicable to life.
I just like reading stuff that sort of reminds me of... Do you know what I mean? If I read it and it gets me thinking, I think that's a good little piece.
But I mean, but surely can't you just sort of like sit near something that vibrates to keep your brain going, or shake your head every now and again? I mean, what does this do? You mean it makes you start using your brain?
But what aspect of a Frenchman said women shouldn't wear trousers got your mind working? What questions were you asking?
Because I thought that's a bit daft, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it ends there with me. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else for me to go on that.
He closes
your mind's still whirring.
Yeah, go on. What do you think? Let's go through this. Oh, I wish we could download his thoughts.
I know.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great, like a DVD? Imagine that extra footage on the Office DVD.
Yeah, Carl's brain.
That would be
with
amazing. Oh, with a commentary. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in, on right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right? Rough. Now, she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
Now, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
what
the
colour?
normo persuasion...
Were they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean?
Toast and just horse droppings. Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think we described her as.
Looked like a light bulb.
It is those kind of women that are attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth.
She used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. And she used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
She used to do that. But
what was she, an engineer?
The weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right.
Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had big eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
what do you mean popular things? They go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the leggings.
And that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's... When I read that story with people with trousers, I went from that
to a woman who used to have big eyelids. I still don't know the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house, and
or Drew
say, well, that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He had to tilt his head back to keep his eyes open.
Sure. Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
so
like he was people thinking, with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mention the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Karl. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
Like I said to you, though, the reason I did this was to get that kitchen, right? Now,
brilliant.
As we speak now, right, Builder's in the flat. He's been annoying me.
Of course he has. Of course he has. What's he been doing?
When he turned up on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Wanders in, and the first thing he says to me is, said, the pub across the road, is it any good? I said, well, it doesn't matter, does it? You're working on the kitchen.
Think of saying that to a builder. Probably making conversation. Probably meant, do they do a toasted sandwich? Because I've got a half-hour lunch break. Not an hour, like Karl Pilkington. So I'll probably go and get a nice, cheese and tomato sandwich.
So is that genuinely what you said to him?
Yeah. So Suzanne had a go at me saying, why have you said that? He hasn't even started on it yet.
I cannot believe that.
You're unbelievable, Karl. And you say it's us that are rude, crass,
I wasn't being rude. I just was letting him know. Do you know what I mean? I know what
he knows what he was there for. He had it down on his little docket. Do the kitchen this week. He didn't come there and go, what did I come out for? Was it to go to the pub for a week?
Why am I wearing these overalls?
Yeah. Who's the little bald mank twat insulting me? Let me just check. Let me call the head office.
I wasn't having a go, though. I mean, they should have finished it yesterday, and they're there now, on their own. And what annoyed me is they turned up late today.
Hold on, Karl, I've just realised something. They're probably listening to the radio. This, I assume, tuned to XFM, isn't it, in your kitchen?
Yeah, but they don't know it's me, do they? Do you know what I mean?
No. They'd go, he's got a whiny mank voice as well. So's the bloke who owns this place. And the bloke who owns this place, when I said, what's that pub like across the road, said, well, you won't be bothering that. He's working on it. No, he won't be able to put two and two together, will he? You've suddenly, the penny's dropped, doesn't it? You've suddenly realised. Look at his face! Yeah. He's suddenly realised they might know it's him.
And they could be listening, and they're going to clean you out, mate.
Oh, if you are the builder working in, where is it? I won't say the address, but it's
Central London, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go mental. Have whatever you want.
Opposite that pub that you like,
He'll probably be in there now, so he won't be listening.
Or insulting a British workman.
He should have been in today.
Mental.
He should have been at 8 this morning, which annoyed me anyway.
Mental.
I really don't understand why they've got to start so early, right?
Yeah.
But he said he'll be there for 8, turned up at 9:30, right? Wanders in, and what annoys me is, he could have left all this downstairs. He had a paper under his arm, one of those crossword books, and a pot noodle. Now, I'm not being funny, but most of them take quite a bit of time. A crossword book, he's not happy with just the one that's in the paper.
If you're listening, if you are the builder that's listening now, doing Karl's flat, what about pissing in the laundry basket? That was Jane's Addiction. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
This was a clip show. We recorded this a couple of weeks ago. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. It's not over yet, because tonight at 9:50 is the second part of The Office Christmas specials. It's brilliant. Watch it, and we'll be back next week live. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant. Bye.
Have a great new year. Probably you're thinking, Rick, isn't it time that we do our usual roundup of what's been happening in the news?
Yeah.
Which we always do every week.
Yeah.
We always do something, which is, I mean, basically, if you're listening and you're a new listener, say you work at a newspaper, we always try to be informative, just try and put stuff out there that just educates people, informs
What are you
people.
thinking? Well, I said Monkey News is coming up, but what have you got?
No, I was just looking on the net there and just found a couple of quite important news stories, probably worth mentioning. Policeman caught photographing. I don't know why it makes me laugh. It's just the phrasing, I suppose. It's the headline. Policeman caught photographing up woman's skirt.
No, he wasn't up there taking a picture of Big Ben. He wasn't going, can I just sit up here? I'm just going to take a picture of that seagull over there.
No.
He was facing the camera up a woman's skirt.
He was indeed.
Right.
A policeman in Japan is facing disciplinary measures after he was caught photographing up a woman's skirt with a hidden camera while on duty. The 42-year-old sergeant, who's not been named, used a digital camera to secretly snap the shots when the woman was reporting a stolen bicycle.
So he was actually
doing his proper job. He'd obviously thought to himself, I'll bring him a digital camera today. On the off chance a beautiful woman comes in to report a crime or robbery, I'll have it ready, I'll have it positioned, in such a way. But this is interesting. This is how he got caught. Okay? The woman became suspicious after she saw a flash go off.
Brilliant.
I mean, this
not so secret at all.
Sorry, did I just see your shoe? Your shoe just seemed to just spring into life. There was light.
Yeah, I think I've had someone set fire to some magnesium that was on the end of it. It won't happen again.
But it's only you and I in here, and your shoe was just suddenly lit.
Why are you standing like that? Why is your shoe just sort of like between my feet?
There's no reason. This is how I always stand.
What did the bike look like? Flash? So, are you taking pictures of my family?
No. And no, I'm not. And you should be wearing knickers anyway.
Well, how do you know that?
What?
How did you know I'm not?
How did I know what?
I'm not wearing any...
I didn't know you. I don't know what you've got up there.
Well,
I don't know what it looks like, and there's no way I could. Of course, it would be roughly that conversation in Japanese.
I know, yeah.
You know, you just mentioned there about sort of no knickers and that.
Is this going to be your Auntie Nora?
No.
Right.
It's just, like the last flat that I lived in, I always had a good view across the road, and I could see... It was the hairy...
There was the hairy Chinese
not hairy Chinese kid. He was just a Chinese kid, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's rare, isn't it? Hairy Chinese kids are very rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's only one official sighting, isn't there? In one of those shit little magazines that you buy.
And there was the old woman who didn't move. She was just sat there reading a book all the time.
Who we think possibly died and no one came round for weeks,
But now I've moved, right? And it was quiet for a bit. I always look at what view I'm getting, right? Looks across and it was just sort of empty... sort of flats ready for people to move in and that, right? Anyway, people are in there now, right? And they've put all the furniture in, but I haven't put any curtains up.
Oh.
Right. So anyway, I'm sort of washing up, just having a look out the window.
Yeah.
Right. Girl sort of wandering about, knickers on, right?
With no knickers on?
You mean naked?
No knickers. Well, she had a bra on.
Right, okay.
But,
she was probably looking for her knickers.
So I thought, and I don't know how long I was looking.
No.
Right. But anyway, she looks across.
Oh, God.
I think she spotted me.
Yeah.
I think, oh, God. I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I said to Suzanne...
Sorry, is this some sort of Peeping Tom confession?
No idea.
Well, it's not... That's the thing, though.
Peepington.
If I was peeping, she was peeping as well, because she was looking over. Works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, all she could see of you was your bald head.
Yeah.
No.
And your hands moving as you were washing up. And some white-looking substance frothing up.
Particularly stubborn stain on this glass.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Imagine that. Imagine if she looked across. I'm assuming your sink is lower than the window.
But didn't she just cover up or something? Or she looked back and go, oh, you're looking at my fanny?
Well, the thing I did...
What?
I thought, just sort of drop me boxer shorts. Because I thought... Well, Suzanne said, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, just so they can see me cheeks of me.
What are you talking about?
No, because I thought, if she thinks I'm walking about in the nude as well, then we've both got something out of it.
Karl!
This sounds like a bad excuse in court.
I know.
So sorry, you were looking at a woman dancing around naked, right? So the only thing you could do was immediately drop your boxer shorts.
So she looked across, saw you fully clothed, saw you took your boxer shorts.
No, she wouldn't have done, because it's sort of just the top half and the sink's at a side angle, so I was sort of looking out.
So she wouldn't have seen your trousers then anyway?
No, she did. I moved in front of the window.
So you then made you actually climbed in front of the window.
Oh, this is amazing!
So you climbed in front of the window to show off
it wasn't
your naked
obvious.
lower half.
Suzanne said, what are you doing?
I bet she did.
What are you looking at?
I sent you in here to clean up.
What are you doing? I'm just taking my trousers down, stand over the window. Why? Because there's a naked woman across the road. What do you think I'm doing, Suzanne? I'm exposing myself while looking at some free fame.
Leave it.
What's up with you, Suzanne?
Anyway,
Wait a minute, can I just check? A final question. What did the woman across the way... What happened? What was her reaction?
I didn't look again. I just thought, you've seen a bit of action as well. We're both happy. Let's leave it.
So were you waddling around like a penguin with your trousers around your ankles?
I just was walking about, and Suzanne said, what are you doing? I said, I'll explain to you in a bit, but don't look out the window, because then it's
excellent.
obvious.
Then he sees that she calls her husband to look at Karl walking around naked. He goes, oh, she's got a... Quick, Suzanne, get him out. There's only one with him. Get some more friends. They've gone one more. Well, here we are again, XFM on a Saturday. Just gone 1 o'clock, Steve, if I'm very much mistaken. But we're not here as such. We're away again, gallivanting around. We've got to do the special sort of best of again.
Okay.
Which we did a few weeks ago. So this is the best of the last 3 weeks. Which I think is the best 3 weeks we've ever had. But I'd like it condensed into 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, some great music as well in there.
Yeah, there'll be some great music interspersed with fine chat that you've already heard.
Yeah,
except this bit. This bit's new. We've actually, out of the kindness of our heart, we've come in last week.
Yeah,
and we've done a few clips just because we felt a bit guilty about shooting off.
Yeah, I mean, even now, having heard this link, I'm beginning to wonder if it was worth our time.
Oh, dear.
You know, I've said in the past to you, Rick, that my grandparents, so I love them dearly, but it's like for the last 30 years, they've been waiting to die.
I know.
It's like they just sort of, it's like, you know, the novelty wore off of life.
Life in the 50s.
Yeah, they got kind of bored of it. Life, in the 40s, it was brilliant. All sat around the old Joannas, the bombs fell, singing. They loved that. The 50s, you know, that was great as well, because that was the post-war years. It was, you know, it was a bit tight in the pocket, but it was all right. Everyone pulled together. And then the 60s came along, all the crazy music, the funny hair.
Let's stay in bed.
Exactly. They basically stayed in bed. And it was one Christmas when my grandmother said to my dad, what do you like for Christmas? What do you fancy for Christmas? And this must have been, I don't know, 20 years ago. She said, what do you fancy for Christmas, Ron? And he went, well, you know, I could do with a nice big kind of warm winter overcoat. She said, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, because your father will be dead soon. It's right, you can have his. Meaning my granddad. Well, I'll be honest with you, my father's still waiting. Which is good news. Good news for my grandfather. Less good news for my dad. He's freezing. He's freezing.
He finds out, how is he today? He's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm freezing.
It's such a weird mindset, that. I think that, to me, is what sums up people from that older generation, the 40s and 50s. And it seems to me that you've got that kind of mindset. It's like you were born in the 30s. And whenever you talk of your childhood, it's like you had like a baked potato to take to school. And a hoop and a stick is a Christmas gift.
The other thing is, I think that that sort of generation, it seems that the man is dependent on the woman. There's a total dependence.
Oh, absolutely.
If she dies, he's done.
Yes.
He's done for. Just pine away. If he dies, she's got 30 years of pottering.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And going to, like, you know, the youth club and the church.
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's sort of like that. It's sad. Of course, it's sad for them, but it's not the end of their life.
No, sure.
And it sort of is the other way around. I don't know why that is. Yeah. It's terrible.
That's a little melancholy thought for.
I know. I've really you brought it down. You've brought it down. I've brought it. This isn't a nice show at all. This is terrible.
Well,
we're gonna have people just killing themselves. What?
Well, I didn't really want to make it a Christmassy type show because I don't really like it.
Oh, he's done it again. Well, he did Christmas once, didn't like it.
No, my dad always said...
steady on.
Dad said Christmas morning was for, like, you know, for me. So he used to stay in bed. So he never.
That's brilliant. That's a great thing to say, isn't it? Yeah. Christmas morning's for you. Run wild. Do what you want. Just don't bother me.
I'm going to Honolulu for 2 weeks.
That's great. Dad, it's Christmas. Do I have to do anything? No.
So my mum used to get up because she used to like to see my face light up, when I open my presents. And then
to give fireworks.
And then I'd have to go to my bedroom from about 6 o'clock onwards because my mum and dad were into having big Christmas parties and I wasn't old enough to go.
Right.
So they'd say, right, you've had your fun there, you go up to your bedroom, stay in there.
Really?
Yeah, I remember one year, right, I got a train set, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Right? It's brilliant. Playing with it all day. I thought, I don't mind about the party, I'm happy staying up here playing with this. Brother comes in, he's had a few, right? He's going, yeah, give us a go on your train.
How old is he?
He's a bit older than me, so he might have been let's see.
Well, let him be 18.
Probably about 18, 19,
And how old
something
were
like
you?
that. I had a train set, so I don't know, about
14.
something like that. Yeah. Right, so I'm playing on that, loving it and stuff. And then he comes in and goes, oh, give us a go. He turns the transformer up to 14. He went really fast for about 5 seconds, broke it, and then he went back downstairs.
Wow.
So Christmas, I hadn't even got to
Sounds
Christmas
like
Day.
the Conservative government with British Rail.
Satire, that is.
Satire, Rick, I just thought that there's satire. If there's any satirical shows listening or magazines.
It doesn't work in any way because there's the analogy falls down apart from there being a train.
Think it through though. British Rail was trains.
Yeah.
And the government broke the trains in many. Well, they didn't break them, not officially breaking them, but they kind of.
It does work. It's perfect.
Oh, I'm pretty pleased with that.
And I can't. And no one's asked him to be on. Have I got this for you?
It's weird, isn't it? Because it's strange that when you've got a satirical mind that's as quick as that.
Yeah. And he's broke your little train set. So what did you do?
I just watched telly and had some sausages.
I bet you were happy with that though, weren't you?
Oh, it's a bit annoying though, isn't it, when your main present of the year has been broke.
And did it ever get it fixed?
No, that was it. Put away.
I'm intrigued why your parents wouldn't let you come and join in the festive fun. Was it really debauched down there? Was it eggnog everywhere?
Well, no, but I mean, that's fair enough. 6 is a little bit early, but I just think, if you're a kid, he had his fun, put him to bed at 8 maybe. And
you think so on Christmas Day? I thought that was a day for family.
Well, not if there's a party going on.
Don't have the party on the Christmas Day.
Well, that's another option.
Yeah. Your parents are weird, aren't they? A strange breed.
Well, I think that was the year, right? You're talking about buying presents and stuff. I think I did treat my mum I didn't buy my dad anything. I think that was when I got a bit older, he used to get me dad something because he wasn't that bothered anyway. No. So, got me mum, there was a cheap shop, right?
Of course.
Thank God for that.
Called Snips. Right? So I went in there and I thought, let's see what I can get her. And remember Victoria Plum?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like a fairy character.
Right.
And my mum's into gnomes and stuff. Right. So I thought, right.
She must be pleased with you then.
Victoria Plum. I was thinking, is that one of the neighbours? Is it like a brandy
Do you
liqueur?
remember Victoria Plum?
Victoria Plum.
Victoria Plum, yeah. It's like a little fictional sort of character. Right?
Okay.
So I saw it. I thought, yeah, she'll love that. Right. So I did my paper round, saved up for 2 weeks. Right.
Aww.
Got that sorted. Went to Snips. Bought the Victoria Plum. Next day, I'm in town with her, right? So I think, I know what I'll do. I said, come in here a minute, right? So we go in and we're looking around, and I tested her, right? I went, look at that there. That's all right, isn't it? And she goes, oh, it's bloody awful.
Oh, Karl. Oh, Karl. Oh, God.
So then Christmas Day comes. I said, don't bother opening it. She said, no, why? I said,
Oh, no. Why did you still give it to her?
So, well, it's too late. I'd already bought it.
Oh, Karl.
So she opened it, and I was like, and she said, oh, that's nice. I said, why are you saying that? I said, the other day, she said, it's bloody awful. She said, oh, no, I thought you were pointing at something else.
Oh, no.
So that's why I don't get anyone anything anymore.
Oh, God. Play record. Oh, God. Oh. XFM 104.9. We're not here. This next clip is one of my favourite clips. Look, it needs no introduction. Here it is.
Something else we're giving away.
Go on.
The Shining.
It's just more throwing away, isn't it?
Once again,
is it on video?
Once again, it's on VHS.
Just because you buy it out of your own money, Karl, stop being so mean.
And I want to watch it tonight because it's one of those films that.
So you're going to watch this video and then you're going to send it to someone as a prize.
Yeah, it's one of them films that.
Sorry, what you just said yes to that without blinking.
Well, yeah. You don't think, like, Les Dennis doesn't have a quick go in the car on Family Fortune before he gives it away?
It costs
Jim Bowen has a go at those his and her towel racks.
It costs $5.99, Carl.
Okay, this is Karl in the classic The Shining.
And what's the question?
Well, we might ask that afterwards.
Okay, then. Still trying to write the book then? Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Funny, someone told me the other day, weird thing about a typewriter, the top row of letters, the longest word you can write is typewriter. I'll just show you. That's weird, isn't it? It's just the typewriter being... You're not in the mood, are you? You're in one of those grouchy moods again, like you get into when you're writing.
I'm not being grouchy. I just want to finish my work.
Yeah, just being a bit funny, a bit offhand and that.
Let me explain something to you.
Go on.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
Yeah, but I just was coming in to try and cheer you up. You know, if you... I mean, I'm full of ideas as well. You know, if you're having a problem coming up with stuff, got loads of ideas you could write about. The other day I read about this airy Chinese kid.
What do you want me to do about it?
No, it's just that it could make a good book. Do you know what I mean? Sort of following round.
That's swell.
Well, I'd buy it. You know. But if you don't want to know, don't bother doing it. But do you know what I mean? It's just airy Chinese kid. It's weird because they're not normally that airy over there. Yeah, this kid caked in it. But if you don't care,
I wouldn't touch one hair on his goddamn little head.
You don't have to touch any hair on his head. Like I say, he's covered. Leave the head alone if you want. Touch his hands. He's totally covered in it. But
I love the little son of a bitch.
Well, don't go that far. You haven't met him, but I can sort it out.
I'd do anything for him.
I don't think you'd expect that much. Just take him to the barbers 3 or 4 times a week. You know, he's a good little kid. In fact, I'll do it. I think I'll write a book on him. Yeah.
Do you think you can handle that?
Yeah.
You're not too busy, are you?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty busy. I've got to sort out some monkey facts for the show this Saturday, but I reckon I can still...
Why don't you start right now and get out of here?
All right. I will. If you're going to be like that. Couldn't borrow a pen, could I? See you later.
There you go. Haunting stuff there. Karl Pilkington in The Shining.
You know, in the film, Jack Nicholson goes crazy because the suggestion is he's maybe possessed by demons that maybe are in the hotel. But, you know, if I was stranded in a desolate hotel, removed from all human contact with Karl, I'd go mental with an axe without being possessed by demons. That's more chilling to me, trying to get some work done and you keep wandering in.
I'm trying to get Karl to spend a couple of days in the caravan with me, just for the hell of it. And he won't. I've offered him money, won't I? I think it'd be a great laugh, wouldn't it, Karl?
Oh, yeah, great.
That would be terrifying.
No, I want to film it. I just want to film it. Like a little video diary. There's Karl there, he's just waking up.
Well, if I was stranded in that would be like being... I may as well be with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. That's more scary.
The thing is, Ricky doesn't mess you about as much as he messes me about.
No, you see, you've given him an inch. You've given him an inch and he's taken a yard.
12:30 you got in today. In 30 minutes between 12:30 and 1. The old bin lid on the head. He wanted to do that again.
Yep.
Squeezing my head, think he had a go at. And karate chop on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
All in 30 minutes. Yeah. Who else can say that?
Who else can say that?
XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais show with Steve Merchant. Hello there.
Yeah.
And we're not here this week. We're off jetting around the world, so we've pre-recorded these links. The time is currently somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock.
So a time check there from Steve Merchant.
No problem.
Yeah, and what about this weather? Isn't it warm, stroke, edit that, Karl, cold? Okay, whichever one.
I'm pleased to see that the congestion charge has had some considerable effect. Had no effect.
So just, wasn't that great on telly last night, the film? Yeah.
I particularly enjoyed last night's EastEnders, Coronation Street, Brookside. Okay? Yeah.
Ooh, those boys can rock there. That's the Guns with All Their Roses and Sweet Child of Mine. On XFM 104.9.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was good.
It rocks.
I hope the audience was playing it loud like us.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Well, look at him yawning. How rude is that?
Carl, what's wrong with you, man? Have you been up late?
A little bit.
Girlfriend was away, wasn't she, yesterday?
Yeah, I always have a problem with that. I always have, because you don't go to bed, do you, early? Do you know what I mean? You sort of think, I just always find that thing that if, you're used to living with someone, one of you will go, let's go to bed, then you'll go, all right. But when you're on your own, you go,
you just forget to go to bed.
I just stay up.
Okay, stop eating now, Carl. You've ate all the food. That's just a plate. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I stayed up and watched, there was a thing on about Dracula.
Right. What, Dracula?
And I found a flaw in it.
Go on.
Not the fact that he's the living dead and and drinks blood to stay alive and he doesn't reflect.
And he can turn into a bat.
Well,
and you can go on.
The mirror thing, you can't look in mirrors, can he?
Well, he can look in mirrors, but he can't see himself in a mirror.
Yeah. That still doesn't work.
Go on. It doesn't work at all, Carl. It doesn't work at all.
Go on.
Well,
centre parting's always really neat.
His centre parting's always really
how does he do it if he can't look in the mirror?
Blood on the floor or something it was called. Rubbish.
I love the flaw in the Dracula film is that his centre parting's too neat. How did he do it without a mirror? Oh.
Was it a documentary about Dracula?
No, there was
the real Dracula.
Yeah, the real Dracula.
It's just a film. It had blood on the floor or something. It's called.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
We had a little lunch yesterday, didn't we?
We did indeed. That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate going out with you two.
I was explaining to Karl, right? I like to excite Karl's imagination, right? And if it involves chimps or monkeys, all the better. Brains he likes, parts of the body, deformity. I know where to, what buttons to push. And I told him about this thing. I don't know if any of you out there know about this, but there's an experiment they did in the 50s, a clinical psychology experiment where there's your two hemispheres of the brain, okay? They're joined by a thing called the corpus callosum, right? Which is just a little flap of skin, like a little scarlet lead that joins your two hemispheres. And what they did, they cut that in half, and they thought it was a cure for schizophrenia, but what it turned out to be, or epilepsy, I think, I can't remember, was that your two sides of your brains didn't function together. You couldn't get information. I was telling Karl all this thing, and one of the things I told him was that they did it on a monkey, and it fought itself over a nut. Like its right arm was connected, by its left lobe of the brain, and it was fighting over itself. And Karl went, instead of thinking this is amazing experiment, he went, would it have been happy if you'd given it two nuts?
Yeah, I know. Well, you started off by explaining it, and I remember you mentioned, because I was watching the two of you as you were describing it to me, you said, of course, one side of the brain deals with symbolism, and as you said the word symbolism, I noticed Karl drift away from looking at you, pick up his mobile phone, and start pressing buttons randomly. And I thought it was the word symbolism that got him. And I noticed it took you just a moment longer. And I think the first thing you said was, when did I lose you?
Yeah, I knew I'd lost him.
It's extraordinary. And he doesn't even try to disguise it.
I said nomenclature at one point as well.
Right, yeah.
And I knew I was dicing with death there.
Yeah.
But, but I told you tried to look it up, didn't you, on the web? You didn't find anything about it, did you?
The spelling of it's, what is it again? What's the word?
Corpus callosum.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No, no point. Yeah. Don't bother.
Give up.
Don't bother. So if anyone knows any interesting facts about that,
but yours hasn't been cut in half, has it, Karl? That would again might explain something.
I'll tell you what we will be talking about later. I don't know if you're sort of aware of them, Steve.
Go on.
Bonobos.
Oh, I
don't know much about bonobos.
I told him about he was looking for stuff. I said, put in bonobo. He was having no luck with chimp. And they're a form of chimpanzee, but they're even closer to us, evolutionarily speaking. They've got their social groups are more like ours. They're more intelligent, and he was loving it, weren't you?
So is it human bonobo Karl? Is that how it works on the evolutionary ladder?
Chimp Karl.
Yeah.
Talking about
So we're talking about bonobos. You're excited about that? That's coming up in Monkey News?
No, I think it's a bit of a monkey bonus.
Oh, that was great. That was very, very funny.
What a wonderful clip that was.
I enjoyed it.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
A few weeks ago, wasn't it? Really? I mean,
I think it was last week.
we'd have to have very, very bad memories not to remember that hilarious clip. I'd like to hear that again, maybe in a couple of weeks' time when I'm away.
Yes, absolutely.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? And we, but the good thing is, on telly, I feel a bit guilty about putting out shoddy rubbish because I'm getting paid an awful lot.
Yes.
But here, I don't give a They can bleep that.
They will do. They will do.
Bit of David Bowie. When's that ever hurt anyone, Steve?
Never.
Lady Stardust off Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Karl Pilkington is in the middle of educating me. Colon then, educate me.
Did I tell you the time when the doctor said I was going to die?
All right, keep talking.
Right, ages ago, must have been about 15, right? And at lunchtime there was this. We used to have a choice of stuff to do at lunchtime, right? We used to have like a burger place that had an arcade machine in it, right? So we used to go there and play on that and have a burger. Or there was this baker's, right, that my mum worked at, and did great cakes and stuff, right? So she used to like bring some home and that, but she couldn't always bring them home every night because they cost money, and she used to get them for free. And they used to say they'd rather chuck them away than give them to the staff because there's a chance that the cream might be off.
Right.
Right, so they used to chuck them round the back. So I used to go around the back with my mate and eat a load.
Brilliant. Scavenging, eating out of bins.
No, it wasn't out of bins. They were still in trays, but they just stacked them up near the bins, right? So this got out. I mean, it used to be chocker. Once the school found out, everybody used to go there, and it'd be like, well, have a cake.
The headmaster chronicle fighting the kids off.
Right, so I'd have you just eat, 6 jam donuts or something, and then you'd spend your dinner money on the arcade machine.
Brilliant.
Right? So it was a good afternoon, really, right? So you'd do that, and this one day I must have had 6 or 7 jam donuts, a few Congress tarts.
What's the Congress tart?
I love them. It's me. I can't get them in London, right? So I'd have some of them.
And if anyone can get a Congress tart for Karl in London, please let him know.
So anyway, this day, that was just a normal day. Do you know what I mean? You'd once, twice a week, you'd have a load of cake.
In your life, yeah.
Yeah, so normal day in your life. Were the frog boys there with the webbed hands and the big heads? And the horse in the settee? Yeah.
But the day after one of these days, I had really bad cramp in my belly. Right? Okay. I was like in agony, could hardly walk. So I said to my mum,
you could hardly stagger to the free cakes.
So, I was in absolute agony. I said, I don't like doctors, but you'll have to get a doctor in because I don't know what it is. I can't walk. She gets the doctor round. I won't say his name, but he said, well, doesn't look like he's got long left.
Blimey.
So I was a bit like, hang on a minute, I've only had a few cream donuts.
Yeah.
My mum was panicking.
Sure.
He went. My dad came in from work. She said, something's really bad with Karl. I think it's serious. The doctor said he ain't got long left. So he said, what? He said that and just left. So she said, yeah. He said, I'll have to call him then. So he called him up, said, what's all this about? Karl hasn't got long left. How long's he got? So he goes, I was only messing. It's just had some bad cream. Can you believe that?
Well, the thing is,
I like the fact your mum didn't ask any questions.
I know.
She didn't go into detail.
Well,
can you explain more, doctor? No, I got to show off.
But she doesn't.
I don't want to diss you or your family, but I imagine if I was there, I'd have known the doctor was joking. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I sound very arrogant there, but I imagine he went, what's he been doing? I had about 6 cream cones. Oh, right. Oh, wow. He hasn't got long to live then. I'll see you later. Yeah. That's what I think the doctor did.
Yeah. I just like the idea your mum just let him go.
Yeah.
Terrified, thinking, well, I'm not going to probe him. He's that's it then.
Dad comes in. Hi, honey, I'm home. Anything happened? The doctor said Karl's going to die and then left. Did he? I'll call him.
But anyway, that's why these sort of things fascinate me. So we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant. Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old. She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day, she goes for a check to the doctor's just to check herself out because she's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
Says, take your clothes off and that. So she does. And checks her out. Says, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Turn round. He said, oh, God. He says, you got a tumour on your buttock. Right? So she goes, oh, what can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation. It's best if we remove this. Books are in for an operation. Operation day comes, strip her down and that. They're all stood round, the doctors. Start to operate. It only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Karl.
I can forward you. No, listen. Serious.
Right, okay, Karl, I'm telling you now, I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking, I've never had such, what do you mean? You couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said, I've got to tell Ricky
this woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years, you mental case. Of course she didn't.
That is a blinding record. And before that, Rick, what do you make of those adverts? They were great, weren't they?
I like them, yeah. I'm going to buy all them products on the way home.
And that's endorsed by Ricky Gervais. He's won awards.
Yeah.
Rick, do you remember this? This was a hilarious moment. No, you'll remember this when you hear it. It was when Karl said something that was basic. Well, I think for a lot of people it sounded like a lot of old bollocks.
What have we got now?
Right, so we're looking into animals that we get rid of. I've spoken to someone about snails. I've spoken to someone about jellyfish and that. And looking at cockroaches today.
She's an expert. She's just not just some random person.
No, she works in a museum, a good museum. I said I'd give it a plug. It's the one near Knightsbridge. It's got dinosaurs and that in it. It's worth seeing.
And Natural History Museum.
Yeah. So,
it's not sure. He's not sure.
This is what happened. Now, what I'll do, I'll tell you as much as I know, and then you can fill me in if I'm right or wrong. And then at the end of it, we'll get to the bottom of whether we need them or not.
Okay.
All right. So, first of all, the first thing that I found out is that they have 18 knees.
That's not exactly possible. They're insects, so they have 6 legs.
Yeah.
And a knee is usually the junction between femur and tibia. That's sort of classic human knees and every other animal knee. So with 6 legs, you can only have 6 knees.
Could somebody sort of got mistaken for seeing one that was a bit double jointed?
I think you're grasping at straws or something.
All right. Well, we might have to come back to that one then.
Okay.
They can hold the breath for 40 minutes.
Well, they don't do that because they don't breathe in the same way as us. They breathe through little spiracles, holes down the side of the body. So, no, they're not a very apt simile because the method of breathing is so different.
What do you mean?
Because insects have a totally different system. They don't have lungs in the way that we do, and just breathing through one part of the body. They're actually breathing through every segment of the body all of the time.
So even though they've got their mouth shut, they might be able to slide.
Nothing to do with breathing.
So
only
just
feeding.
So you see, maybe that's where someone's gone wrong. Someone's got hold of one and sort of taped its mouth up or something and got bored after 40 minutes and said, well, we'll call it right.
It's a pretty unkind thing to do to an insect, even to a cockroach.
Yeah, but it's all...
You can't do that.
Yeah, but...
No. Pretty unkind thing to do to anything, even a cockroach.
Something else I found out.
Yeah.
They can live for a week without an head.
Well, that's true if they don't bleed to death in the process.
But the weird thing is, when I told you that they had 18 knees, you seemed a bit sort of like, don't talk ridiculous. But then we're talking about an animal that can live without an head. So there's a little bit of truth in that one, yeah?
Yes.
Why, when it was invented, has it got that facility? Say if someone said to humans, we could do that with humans, and, you know, if you lose your head in some accident, it gives you a bit of time to sort of go back to your family and maybe write them a note. You won't be able to have a chat, but write them a note saying it was my own fault and it was nice knowing you.
Well, that would be a useful facility, I agree. But cockroaches are great survivors. I mean, they've been around for over 300 million years. They're one of the most primitive insects.
All right. Well, I've also... is it true that they do a lot of resting? Apparently they can sort of rest for 75% of the time.
Rest?
Yeah, they just sit about doing nothing.
It's probably true of a vast proportion of the world's fauna.
I mean, maybe the 25% that they are working, they're really giving it some, so it might make up.
They're probably searching out food and Yeah, they can slow down considerably. You can chill insects in the fridge and they'll become very, very quiet. You might think they're dead.
Yeah, but I'm sure, if we were sat in a fridge, we'd go a bit quiet, wouldn't we?
Well, you might not know much about it, of course.
Yeah, but...
You're not quite reading the right sources.
Well, I've been using the internet.
I'm sure there are many useful sources that you could find there, but some of those seem to have been a little misleading to you.
So you don't agree with a lot of what I've told you there?
No.
So cockroaches, can we get rid of them?
No.
So we're keeping them then?
I would say so, yeah.
I think we should get her on more often because she sounds like she'd be a bit of an ally, really. Because she knew immediately that you were talking nonsense. She even said, I think you should be more concerned about your sources, which I've been trying to tell you for a year, right? The fact, I mean 18 knees, where did you get that from?
It was on the internet.
They can hold their breath for 40 minutes. I don't know what you read and take on.
Mad world, don't it?
Well, if you've just tuned in, it's XFM 104.9. You've got that bit right. Ricky Gervais show with me, Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
Karl is actually in a little booth. We're not in the studio, you see. This is pre-recorded. We recorded this last week because we were away. And it's sort of like the best of the last 3 weeks since last time we were away when we put out the best of.
Okay, what's the next one? What's the educating Ricky?
I don't know. See, like I say, I was looking around and there's stuff that is interesting. Right? I was looking on the web.
But there's no point.
Well, it's just that I found one about...
what's the point?
About a lad who 8 years old, but he's still breastfed. Now, I don't know if you can get anything out of that.
Is that what his mum said? What do you mean I don't know if I can get anything out of that? You don't need to.
No, it's just that,
Where did you read that?
That was on the internet.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're always unspecific when you mention it. It's just it was on the internet.
Well, I'm trying to think what I put in. I think I put in Y to see if I'd confuse the computer. And then,
go! You are...
No,
honestly.
I did a search, put in why, and he came up with funny things that, like, why is this person doing that? Why is that? And it had a picture of this 8-year-old lad, sort of, on his mum's nipple. And it was saying, is this healthy?
You sure that wasn't asking you that question?
What? I put in why? Just to confuse the computer. What do you mean? Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Last week, I was walking home with him, and I went, he was saying so much stupid, and I went, I've got a competition for next week. Let's do a phone-in, and it's called Karl Pilkington, Genius or Fool.
Yeah.
Right? And he went, No. I went, why not? He went, well, it'd be confusing because they say there's no difference between genius and being a fool.
We do that, don't we?
No, but it's rubbish, and people say there's a fine line between madness and genius, and it's a ridiculous soundbite. They don't say there's a fine line between a genius and an idiot.
Well, the people who do are idiots.
yeah.
So what would you do there, though, just to sort of wrap that little thing up? What would you do? That lad loves his mum's milk.
What are you asking me to come up with?
No, I'm just...
A title for the story?
No. It's just what would you do? Right?
What do you mean, what would I do?
Well, it's causing a bit of a problem in the area, right?
What area?
In America, I think it was.
Oh, America are a problem, are they? George Bush is worried about this kid who's breastfeeding at 8.
Imagine it like this, right?
No, so Karl, what are you asking me? About this spurious story you saw on the internet?
I saw it on the internet. There's an 8-year-old lad, he likes his mum's milk, and it's saying, is this right? Should it
No,
be
it's
going
not.
on?
But what
do you want Ricky to do about it? It's not his responsibility.
yeah.
No, but the little town that he lives in, they're all causing an uproar, right? Going, this isn't right. I can't let my kid play out in case he's in the garden with his mum getting a bit hungry, right? So, what should they do? Because his mum's saying, well, he likes it.
Yeah.
And he, what do you do?
I don't know the laws.
No, but I'm not asking you to sort out the laws. I'm just saying, if you lived in that neighbourhood, what would you say? If you went up to him and said, look, everyone's getting a bit fed up with this, look.
I'd say, what would I do? What do you mean, what would I do? what are you asking me?
Right, it doesn't matter.
No. What are you asking me? What are you asking me and Steve and the public?
I'm just saying, say if you live next door to this woman.
Yeah.
Right? The kid's hungry, 8 years old. He's out playing on his bike and he goes, Mum, I'm getting a bit peckish. And he goes, all right, son. She whops one out. And he starts having his milk, right? You live next door, you're putting your washing out and you see this going on. You're getting a bit sick of it because it's gone on for months.
8 years, I see.
Why is it your business? Why are you such a nosy neighbour that you're concerned?
What would you do, Carl? Let's turn it back on him.
Yeah.
What would you do?
What's your solution?
What would you do?
Well, I thought I'd say, right, why are you doing this? And she'd say, because he likes it. And I go, all right then, put it in a bowl first.
And you think that would sort that out?
No, because I was thinking about the whole thing, right? And you do that when you're a baby and everything's all right, innit?
Yeah.
No one bats an eyelid at a little baby having a bit of milk from its mum's breast, right?
Yeah. You'd almost say it was natural.
But you grow out